quickly destroy the Archaeotech engine.
Nothing can be done hastily and prudently, Brother Barakiel.
So answers an apothecary.
Alright everybody, welcome back to Angry Badger Minis. We finished up my little man's trash truck for Christmas, and we are going to put together some models because I need to and I want to. So we've got Dante and Adrax Agatone. So we're going to put these guys together, and I don't think it's going to take that long, but you know, we'll see. I mean, see what happens. Check out some stuff here, make sure everything's working on my channels. Let's see here. Alright, just trying to make sure everything's, you know, as it should be. Alright, so I'll tell you what, let's do this. Let's we're gonna take a D20 here. Even though salamanders are my army. 1 to 10 or 0 to 10, whatever, 1 to 10, it's gonna be salamanders. 11 to 20, Dante. And salamanders. Yeah! That's how we're doing it. The dice guys are on my side. I can hear you guys now. You're like, oh no, man, that dice was loaded. This is a model that my wife got me, I guess, a while ago, because she knew I wanted it. And it was out of stock and stuff, but she forgot to give it to me, I guess, for my birthday or something. I don't know. I forget when she was supposed to give it to me. Alright. And, tell you what, we'll just leave that right there so we know what we're doing. Listen to me. Okay. This is gonna be, these should be pretty easy to put together. We may even move on to something else after this, depending on how much we want to do. So 1, 2, and 3. How convenient. One second here. Okay. Just want to make sure I'm not going to get any glue on this if something goes wrong. So dry fit as always. Okay, number 4. And that's one hell of a trait cape. Man, thinking to myself about what if I made cloaks, you know, like, but then everybody would have the same cape. And, I mean, I meant to say mold of that. Could probably end up making my own. Let me think about this for a second. Yeah, it'll be alright. Time for bed. So I'm gonna close or shut off my mic for a little bit. Not exactly sure why I cut that off, to be honest with you, but I did. Went right from number 4 to that. I guess I got distracted by the cloak. So that has to slide in there. Okay. 6 and 5. As you can see, I'm laying them off to the side just like it is in the instruction manual, so that I keep them where they go and I don't forget what number it is or whatever. I mean, I'm sure I'd easily be able to figure out what side it was, but there's really no point in fighting all that. We do not like bedtime. Now my little girl's trying to negotiate with mom. It's not going to work out like she hopes. Let's cry all night. Anything we can to keep from going to bed. Okay. So far so good. Everything's lining up very perfectly. Alright. Number 7. accidentally pushed in on that. Well, that's no good. So I guess that's a vulnerable spot on the model, is the ignition or the flame rather. Alright, so had my mic muted. So we will be, or what I did was, I'm sorry, I pushed down on the cable first and then I did the arm, that way to make sure I had the right bend and there wasn't a whole lot of pressure put on this right here to break it. And now that's nice and flush like it should be. Okay. Well, we already took the cape off. I love that this guy has a freaking thunder hammer, because in my opinion everybody should have a thunder hammer. I love thunder hammers. I don't know why, I'm just not a real big fan of the you know, the lightning claws. I mean, I get it, you know, well, at least how it used to be. Faster strike, all that kind of stuff, but I just I don't care. It doesn't scream, you know, like, you know, death to the enemies of the Emperor like a thunder hammer does. And it's dual purpose, you know. The thunder hammer, you can take out vehicles with that freaking thing, you know. Alright, so now this is what I was a little concerned about. How that was going to match up, but okay, I got it. So make sure that you put where my thumbs are, you make sure you join that gap first and then roll in the rest of the model, or the rest of the cape, so that you seal that gap as much as possible, as you can see.
Yep.
What?
What you building?
Adrax Agatone. I rolled a D20 and 1 to 10 was the Salamander and 11 to 20 was Dante, and Dante lost, as it should be. Salamanders always.
Well, let's see it.
Almost done with it, actually. These don't have a whole lot of parts. We got like 4 parts left.
Parts is parts.
And yeah, actually gotta go let some dogs in soon, but I'm sorry, 5 parts. Forgot about the shoulder pad. And this guy's a special character, obviously. And I am streaming, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Forgot to post that, I guess. Not that it matters, I mean, all the crap we said today, I'm already... And I'm surprised I'm not in YouTube jail right now. But I was saying, I don't know if you heard me, but that's something else. Like you coming into the chat and Discord and me, I'm not getting that little tone anymore. You know, it's like the ding.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah. There's a setting, maybe a chain.
Yeah, probably. Okay, that's a problem. Why would you tell me to put this on before I put the backpack on? That's ridiculous. Because that might be in the way of the backpack. I tell you, man.
I see what you mean about dry fitting and kind of building it ahead of time.
Yes.
Yeah, well, you got that red paint on you. I see you put the new mat down already, did you?
No, I didn't. Not
Oh,
yet.
okay. It looks a different color, so.
It's covered up. This is covered up by the instruction manual.
The amount they charge for these is just so fucking insane.
What are you looking at?
Just any of them. I mean, like, I'm sure that was probably, what, $20, $30 for each of those?
I think Dante might have been like 60.
That's what I'm saying. There's nothing to them. They're literally pricing them based on the importance of the character.
Mm-hmm.
There's no more work necessarily in Dante than there is in anything else.
No.
But it's like, well, if you want it, bitch.
If you want to win, yeah. Pay to win.
Yeah, it kind of is, isn't it?
I think so. No, I mean, obviously I'm not a tournament person, but...
But no, I mean, it's... You know, they know... Okay, this is my conspiracy theory, since we're going to, you know, you're streaming, the whole world can tell me I'm fucking retarded, but... they know what armies work best before they ever print the books.
Oh, absolutely.
So, what's to keep them from saying, well, if you want your army to be the best, you have to have a Dante, and you have to have 10 of these, and 5 of these, and 20 of those.
I think that's exactly what they do. I think they game it out that way, marketing-wise, and then they turn around, release said codex so that it's super powerful, whatever, to sell those types of models, and then turn around and do it again for another army.
Yeah, I mean, again, it may sound a little crazy, but...
I don't think so. I think it's right on point.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. I would do the same fucking thing. Because they know they have you. We will pay anything for this shit, pretty much.
Yep.
It's kind of like, what was I going to compare it to? Well, you have 2 beers and suddenly your brain stops functioning.
Alright, see, now I got a problem. Now you're not wanting to fit right.
Well, yeah, and the glue's probably set up too, isn't it?
No, that's why I used... Oh, there we go. That's why I use crazy glue. So I don't have to worry about that.
But, anyway. Yeah, but yeah, they game it out, but, yeah, no, it's very much pay to win. I don't know how much you know about MechWarrior 5.
Nothing.
Okay. When it first came out, they had like $500 mechs.
Wait, like...
One mech. One digital mech an online game, MechWarrior Online. They had like $500 gold tier fucking super whale mechs.
Hold on, 500 real dollars?
Yep.
What the hell?
For a digital mech.
Oh my gosh.
But those mechs were the super popular, super powered mechs.
Probably
So, yeah,
probably couldn't be defeated, except by another one.
Well, that or you had to fucking gang up 4 or 5 mechs on that one. And I think that's what happens here. It's like, well, you want Dante. He's the boss man.
Right.
Yeah, but it's one figure. I mean, whatever you paid for the call, that was hyper complex. I wouldn't want to build it, much less paint it. That took time. That took a lot of effort. That was a lot of pieces.
Yeah. I don't remember what he cost.
This is what? Fucking 6, 7 pieces?
Yeah.
And yeah, again, it's like, well, pay it or else. Bitch.
What's interesting about this model, though, so this character has been around since 3rd edition, but there's never been a model. This Salamander.
And somebody in marketing said, wait a minute. Okay, he's $38 right now for Commander Dante.
Oh, okay, that's not bad, I guess.
But for one?
Right. Well, I mean, look at the Necron Lords and stuff.
True.
The one I'm getting in the mail whenever it comes here from the Imperium magazine, that thing is... It's pretty expensive.
Sanguinary Guard. What is there, 5 of them? I guess that's not
typically, yeah.
Yeah, but $50. $53.
Yep.
$10 and what? 3 cents a piece.
And they are pretty powerful.
But for 2 people, probably maybe $2 in plastic.
Maybe.
Maybe. Yeah, it's not like they don't cast these in massive lots. And it's not like it's particularly great plastic. Based on what you said, it's pretty average.
No, this is actually good plastic. But, I mean...
Not $10 worth.
No, of course not. Absolutely not.
So that's the thing that worries me most, the amount of glue. Too much or not enough.
Oh, I barely put enough, and then if it doesn't glue, and what I do is I look at what... So typically, and I used to cover this, typically when I glue from the piece that's going to be on top so it drips down. Sometimes I'm not thinking about it, like I just didn't, you know. But I'm also looking at this from the standpoint, do I want to pull him out at the same time? Wait, what the hell? Hold on, hold the phone. What the shit's oh, okay, and that's why. Because that pipe right in there is supposed to go in his mouth, into his mask. Bam, just like that.
I was gonna say that I don't. Wait, this is Don. This isn't Don.
No, this is this guy.
Yeah, I was looking at the Dante picture.
You're
Going,
like,
holy
something's
fuck,
wrong. They gave you the wrong fucking model.
It's like, where's his fucking halo?
Do you even realize that?
Hey, tourist! You know he's got an iron halo, right?
I hate the mask of Dante. I hate the masks of the Sanguinary Guard.
It looked weird, cheap.
Yeah, I just don't like it. And see, I'll barely put enough glue here to hold this because I'll want to go back and pry this off.
And the all gold looks really cheesy.
Yeah. I don't particularly like it, but that's his.
It looks flashy for Space Marines.
Well, the armor is, it's historical armor. It's a whole thing, but yeah, I
say
agree.
is somebody at Games Workshop is in love with gold.
Well, look at Custodes. Probably not wrong.
That's what I was thinking of.
Now here's what's interesting is this guy did not come with tabs on the bottom of his feet.
I just noticed that when you flipped him up.
Yeah, I mean, there was sprue, but there were no tabs. And that's okay, because I don't need them. And the other thing that I will probably do now that I have this guy, at least, is I will probably end up making a mold of this,
Mm-hmm.
and then I will cut around what I don't need to make smaller ones, so that all of my new salamanders will have this kind of base.
Now you're gonna paint them all. What was that? What was that paint color again?
Pink, blue, and white, and striped.
I was gonna say their faces. There was a particular color of paint.
Negro.
Negro. Ah, yes, the negro paint. Decided to restart battle sector and try out.
Like the campaign or what?
No. Just the planetary conquest, which I've kind of been hooked on.
I got you.
I
Hey, it's like playing tabletop, man.
I was just gonna say it's probably the closest to tabletop I'm gonna get for a while. So
Yep. I will be right back. If you hear somebody hit me up in the chat, if you don't mind, say something.
okay.
I got to switch some dogs around.
Okay. All right, Chatty's gone. Let's talk some serious shit about that.
MFB says, okay.
just call him a bitch when he gets back.
Alright.
MSB said you a bitch.
Who?
Somebody named MSB.
Yeah. Alright. So now Dante.
MFB says, hi guys. I just bought my first mini. Wanted to build and paint it for my kid. I have no experience in doing this stuff. Wish me luck.
Well,
MFB says, LOL.
if you would like some tips, I'm happy to share them. That's
Yep.
what this channel is all about.
You're in the right place because I just bought my first minis and I don't know shit about painting them. So
And I just painted something for my little man for Christmas. The first thing I recommend is always thin your paints.
MFB says, oh, it's a space marine and starter nids.
well, that's a nice one. You know, then you know the good guys from the bad guys.
Yeah.
MFB says, yet I saw that. Real nice.
I appreciate it. It was a rough one, I ain't gonna lie. That was a rough paint job because you should have this an easier job. Like, let me show you. So like when you're normally painting, okay, you'll be just like this most likely. Alright, right up on the model. I wasn't. I was like this. And it sucked. I ain't gonna lie. Because I couldn't get a purchase or get on that model. It was so big, trying to hold it and keep it in the camera and everything else.
Anybody else think it sounds like a skill issue?
Probably is a skill issue.
Okay.
Alright, Dante. What's interesting is I gotta figure out what to do with the old Dante model. If I use this guy. Because, I say if I use him, he's gonna go in the Primaris stuff. Okay, now hold on. Alright, look. Old boy right here has an entire
MFB
decorated
says,
base, right?
Do you prime
He
paint?
got shit.
Right. This guy ain't got that. He's got a tactical rock. Gosh.
Come on,
Okay.
man. You know how it is. There's a hierarchy in Space Marines. You know
Right.
that.
Okay, so do I prime paint it? Do you mean, do I prime it and then paint it? Because that's kind of a, there's two answers to that. What am I doing?
MFB says, yes.
Okay, so the first question you have to ask yourself is, what color do you want these, you know, your Marines or your model to be primarily? And then you also need to ask yourself what color you want the underlying shadows to be. So in the case of, let's just say you were going to paint like on the box where it has the blue Ultramarines, for instance, right? Which is, I'm sure, what you've got is the starter set. I would go ahead and paint that McCrag blue with spray paint. You don't need to prime underneath it. However, what you could do is you could do a light primer of black underneath it. Actually, you know what? I would probably, I'm trying to see. I don't want to make this too difficult for you. Yeah, do a black primer underneath, and then once that's dry, do, it's what we call a zenithal highlight. It's where, I wish I had something here. It's where, let's just say this was all black, right? Well, then I'm going to spray down at a certain, you know, at like a 45-degree angle, if you will. I'm not going to try to turn the model underneath like this and get blue all up in there and stuff. I'm just gonna spray down at an angle, and that will get the colors that I want on there, and then still leave the black in the recesses and things like that. Or you could also paint it white or light gray. It really is what I'd prefer. I don't really like white. And then go ahead and spray paint it the same way, and then you could use a blue wash or thinned down blue paint with dish detergent, which will break up the surface tension and allow that watery paint to go in there like a wash and fill in all the cracks and give you the shading that you would like. I think I did that towards the end of the, I did that towards the end of that
Yes.
trash truck. Just a little bit anyway. Does that answer your question, or should I try to elaborate? Because that's what we're here for. Okay, 3, 2, and 1.
MFB says, I'll build the minis and come back to you.
Right on. Well, and then there is the other portion of your hobby. Building the minis like I'm doing.
MFB says, thanks for the info.
Absolutely. Make sure you got a decent blade. And it's completely up to you, but I would tell you to buy the clippers. I got these at Walmart. Or your local retail store, whatever you guys have where you are. Not expensive at all, and it will make your life tons easier than trying to sit here like back in the day, cutting them off with the blade, almost cutting yourself or cutting into the model, stuff like that. And there's better ones on Amazon that you could get as well that have a flatter blade as well. Just don't cut metal with them. The skinnier the blade, the more you'll break, or chance of breaking them. And there are metal models in this hobby. This is called a sanding twig. You can get these on Amazon as well. Many different grits.
Yes, you can. Whole jar of them.
Last you probably forever.
MFB says, how do you get rid of the bits of spruce from the guns?
From the guns. I don't think I understand what you're asking me, so I apologize. Like what I'm doing right here, like this was bits of sprue on his leg, so I'm just, you know, using the razor blade to just gently scrape it away or cut it away, and then I typically grab my sanding twig or whatever and just knock it off a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically what you see me doing right here. So like this one right here, you see all this. Let me see if I can get it in focus for you. See all that little hanging off right there? All I'm going to do is take this razor blade and just kind of line it flat up against the flat part, and then gently, you know, that's probably the best advice. Don't be in a rush. You can also scrape back and forth or scrape away from you once you've gotten the bulk of it off. That way you don't cut deep into it. And if you cut deep into it, I mean, I'll be honest with you, we've all done it. Hell, I do it sometimes even when I'm not paying attention. It ain't the end of the world, I can tell you that. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So we got to put the thigh on first. And I always tell people to dry fit first before you do any gluing, so you see how it actually fits together. Oh, we missed a spot. No, we didn't. That was just a piece of junk floating on it. Yeah, so we just dry fit that. Crazy glue's fine. You don't need any crazy, any like super expensive cement or glue. And I would caution you against getting plastic cement because it literally melts the plastic together. And once it does that, that's it. I mean, you'd have to cut the piece off to get it apart ever again if you felt you needed to. But there are other things out there if you use super crazy glue like this. I'm not sponsored by anybody, by the way. Bob Smith Industries Uncure. You just put it on there, wait about, I don't know, 30 seconds or so, and then gently start working your blade or moving the piece if it's loose enough. Of course, you'll have to clean up things, you know, stuff like that, or clean up the pieces once you're done. Oop, that did not fit all the way in there. What the heck, over? Oh wait, no, that's a hole. That's designed to be there. Okay. I don't know if you guys see what I'm talking about. At first I thought it didn't quite seal up, but that's designed to be there. Not exactly sure what for though, but it's a keyhole. Alright. What do we got next? 12 and 13. So we get to put his little Flight of Icarus, if you ever played that old Nintendo game. Stand by. Flight of Icarus ankle thing, whatever. Ankle, we'll call them Red Wings. Hockey. What's up, man?
What it is?
Putting together old Dante on stream. Just finished putting Adrax, or whatever his name is, Agatone, or whatever together. I say old, this is the new Dante.
Gotcha.
Did you happen to see the total of Space Marines that I have that are currently sealed?
Not the total, no.
Oh my god. It's 390 Primaris, and I think it was 861 Firstborn.
Jesus. Fuck me. Yeah, you sound like a fucking tourist, though.
True. I am that. There's no disputing that. I have never. I don't know. What is this? How many hammers do I get?
All of the hammers.
All of the hammers.
40,000.
40,000.
Yeah, you had all 40,000 hammers.
Maybe that's what that. When I finally get done, that should be the title of the completed assembly video. All 40,000 hammers assembled. Alright, did I put this on right? I think so. Yeah, looks like it. Not like anybody's gonna notice.
And back. So there's.
My guy's turning out pretty fucking dirty. I'm liking the way. It's not what I would do normally, but I like it.
I'm just in the prologue, but I did start. I'm going to do a heretical run on this guy.
It's fun. Embrace it. Embrace the heresy.
Embrace your fuckery.
Yeah, my build is for my. So I went different. So as you know, the first heresy guy I did until I hit that wall was a noble and an officer. And for this guy, I decided to change it up because I wanted to be more fucking like beast. So I've gone like full fucking autist on this, and I made him a Forge Worlder, fucking Astra Militarum commander, soldier. That's now a master tactician is the second archetype. And so basically, it seems like there's kind of two routes you can go with the soldier. You can either make it to where they do rapid fire attacks or area attacks. And I decided to go area attacks. And so that applies to like melta-guns, plasma guns, flamers and stuff. And so I just got him he carries around a plasma pistol, a power sword, and a plasma gun, like a proper one.
That's kind of where I'm going with this. I made him an arch militant and imperial world.
Yeah.
So
I mean, they're all the worlds are. My buddy, I was talking to my buddy earlier. He made a hive welder with a fucking auto gun, and like, boy, it fucking slaps even harder than if you just did like a rapid fire build with an auto gun, because they get like bonus damage to solid projectile weapons.
Yeah.
So you do that, and then you start stacking, like the solid projectile weapon expertise, and then you get like an auto gun with a high rate of fire, and then you make him a soldier, so he gets rapid fire, so he doubles his rate of fire. So it's like 16 rounds with an auto gun, let's say, and then you can do it twice in one round with a running gun. Just you can't do twice. You can't do 16 rounds twice unless you plan it out. But yeah, it's a lot of DACA. But anyway, my guy, so the reason I went Forge Welder was to get something called Calculated Relations, which allows you to use a bunch of fellowship skills on intelligence instead. And then I beefed up his intelligence, and he's kind of like a demigod. And then in combat, like all I do is I just amp up his area of effect capabilities, and then fucking fire off overcharged plasma shots. And it's like it's cool because I was inspired to kind of do like a Skitarii captain or something.
Right.
And it's turned out basically like that because he needs his own like he can't go adjacent to allies because you'll fuck them up. because the plasma explosion apparently, I don't know if it's just because I have so much deflection or armor or something, it doesn't hurt me, but it hurts everything around me, which is kind of cool. And then I also have these boots that cause every time I end my turn, I deal 1 warp damage to every adjacent creature and myself. But then if I also am, heretical conviction, it does the whatever my conviction in warp damage is to enemies instead. So I take 1, which is actually 0, and then everything else takes like a huge amount of damage. So it's like a radiation. Like, it's basically like a Scutarius, where they got like the radiation wave around them.
Come here, Camper.
Hopefully, when I get through chapter 3, it's not gonna fucking lock me again.
Yeah, what happened?
I remember you saying something about chapter 3 being a mess.
Well, chapter 3 itself is good. Sorry, I'm in chapter 4. Yeah, chapter 4 is a mess. So I got through chapter 3 all right, and then going into chapter 4, you basically get, you return to your ship, you get bombarded with briefings, and then like I have an officer briefing in my study, and so you go through it all, and it's like cool, all the dialogue, and then they fuck off. And I noticed one thing is when I tried to move out of my chair, because you're seated, like my guy stays seated, so he's just like kind of warping around. So that's weird. And then I can go back to the map fine, and then when I go to another instance, I'm like walking around, I'm not floating.
It's not weird. It's the wheelchair thing in Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Yeah, exactly. So that's just kind of a quirk, right? Because it's like, okay, whatever, it's one scene. The problem is, whenever I need to go back to the bridge, it brings me back to that briefing every time. And there's been a couple of times where I was flying around.
It's the staff meeting that never ends.
Yeah, that never ends. It's like a warp phenomenon going on, Just like, oh god. It's like that, I don't know if you watch Stargate, where he's repeating the same day over and over again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I can think of is, okay, today we've got a...
So here's the grain produced by Janus. Here's the report. It's like fucking tome.
Here's the blotter.
Wait a minute. Here's the...
Lieutenant Severus, I'd like to know.
I've got 4,000 slides to get through.
Yeah.
No!
Lieutenant...
And so, like, a couple times it's already happened in that... Because I saved it before I left. Just because... I was like, oh, this is a major phase change, so I'll save it. So fortunately, I did that. And I noticed that every time, there's a couple of times where I would, go flying around, and it's like your attention is demanded on the bridge or whatever, and it would loop me back into that fucking thing, and it would skip whatever it was supposed to be doing in favor of that staff meeting.
Well, I think part of the problem
is
we didn't test this far.
No, I think so too.
I think
they had it up to chapter 3, but they didn't test chapter 4, I guess.
Yeah, and it's like now chapter 4 is a shit show.
Yeah. And I mean, they said they put a fix out, but for all the playthrough, they first started with dogmatic and iconoclast, saying that was fixed for going into chapter 4, and then they later released a patch saying that they fixed the heretical playthrough, and I tried it again, and it still was fucking for me, and I submitted a bug report for all that will do. Yeah, a bitch report, exactly. Bro, I thought it's not really a spoiler. I don't know what the fuck it is, but it's like a random event, and on one of my planets, because if you get to the colony, you'll have certain things that demand your attention in person, like you have to fly your ship there. This one was a fucking, the former Lord of Kieva Gamma showed up in his fleet, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I fight them. Dude, it's a fucking Styx heavy cruiser, a murder cruiser, and 2 light cruisers. Against me in a frigate with my buddy, my escort frigate.
The one-shot frigate? Yeah.
Yeah, it was just like, fuck, dude, how do I fight this? I can't fight this.
I mean, literally, all you can do is,
shoot and run. It's reloaded an earlier save.
Literally, all you can do is shoot and run.
Yeah, that's what I was doing. Well, the thing is, they outrange you. They can. I think you can sort of outrun them. And the most success I had was, so I've got the falchion. I'm using the falchion right now, and it's got this like torpedo autoloader thing. So it's every turn you can fire torpedoes compared to the normal one, which is every other turn. And so what I was doing is I used that ultimate ability thing where you can fire 3 torpedoes a turn. And I was just kind of kiting them and launching, salvos of torpedoes at them. And that worked. I killed the murder cruiser, I killed the light cruisers, but then the fucking heavy cruiser just fucked me in half. And I'm like, alright, well, it's the most success I've had, and it's the most success I think I'll have. Because part of it was that, you run out of juice on your ultimate ability, I guess. And so, it got to the point where I ran out of being able to fire 3 torpedoes at once, and it was only able to fire 1, and so their strike craft could intercept them. And the ones that did make it through, I couldn't deal enough damage to it. Not to mention they've got fucking 12 armor all along every front. So, my final act was to, launch torpedoes, fly in front of it, warp more in front of it, broadside it, hit it with everything I got, and then fly off. And it just kind of laughed at me and then fucking obliterated me. It hit me with double broadside and double fucking death lance batteries and just killed me.
I mean, there's got to be some trick to it, but damn.
Yeah, it was. I'm just avoiding it now because I know it's in stock for me. And it's there were options. It's but 2 of them were grayed out, and one of them was take everyone and hide in the bunkers on the planet. And that reduces all of the planet's stuff by 3. I'm like, fuck that, I'm gonna fight it. Little did I know it's a fucking heavy cruiser, and I'm like, fuck, dude.
But in reality, he did not really.
Yeah, should have just hit in the bunkers.
He got fucked.
So.
And the first time, the fucking murder cruiser, God, fuck those. Dude, if you fight a murder cruiser, just keep away from that motherfucker, because he just, the way he kills you is he just keeps hitting you with this fucking fire ability that sets internal fires on your ship.
The rumor is we might be able to upgrade our ship down the road, but I don't know when that'll be.
Yeah, I mean, that'd be awesome. I mean, they obviously have the models in the game, and I would definitely love to have a cruiser class. And I also submitted a suggestion in the middle of that battle because the escort ship's kind of garbage. And I'm like, can I at least just upgrade it? Throw my secondhand shit in there, because it's I upgrade my vessel's stuff. So can I make it somewhat better? Because right now
it's getting fucked up the ass, please.
Yeah, it's it lasts maybe a turn and a half, and then it dies. And if it's lucky, it'll kill a destroyer or 2. Just because the other thing too is it's not even a proper sword frigate, because it's got all it has is broadsides, and it doesn't even have a dorsal turret like it should.
Fuck yeah.
Fuck it, I'll take 3 Cobras instead of that one shitty frigate.
Oh yeah, at least the Cobras, they. See, the thing is on this game, Badger, is you can't stop.
Yeah.
You have
to
keep
sort
moving.
of slow down if you inch it along, but then that kind of fucks you if you're not careful.
Yeah, so you have to keep moving, you have to keep turning, you have to keep doing something. Your ship, you don't have really true speed control. So it's a little fucked up.
Well, couldn't be any more fucked up than this head I just put together. They made Dante's head 3 parts. Just his head.
Okay, sure, that makes sense.
Yeah. Here, check. I'll show you this on the instruction manual. Look at this.
So just a heads up, this hasn't happened to me, but it happened apparently to my buddy. He went on a normal, I think it was either orange or yellow warp route, and he ended up fighting a warp encounter, and it was fucking bloodthirsters. And I'm just like, I have never experienced that.
That's
Holy
messed
shit.
up, Badger. That doesn't make any sense. Why? Well, whatever.
It's just, he just rolled 100 twice on the warp table or something,
He must have had Slim playing multiplayer with him.
Yeah, right. Just got fucked up. He was able to win because he was already pretty mean at that point, but yeah, it was. And he did some gamism because it's on the ship, so he's able to body block them, and they're massive.
Oh, I wish you could have seen this, Severus, when we played Darktide with Marshall yesterday. Badger and I were both on Ogrins, and we did the thing you hate.
Oh yeah, yeah.
We literally just took turns stepping in front of Marshall while he was shooting.
It was all planned.
He was fucking raging.
Yeah.
He was raging so hard.
Because you're fucking with him, that's fine.
Yeah, and he was like, God damn, quit stepping in front of me. I said, oh, I'm sorry. And I'd step in front of him. Am I in your way this time? And then he'd move to the other side, and Badger step in front of him.
We called it Operation X-Ray, as in block the door.
Yeah.
He was getting so pissed.
I however, thought that we were going to be able to block the door with our bodies, but that I realized quickly that wasn't going to work.
Well, yeah, but they can just run right through you.
Yeah, I didn't know. I didn't realize that. I've never run into that issue because I've always stayed out of everybody's way. But
it only works if you stay in one spot to fight, and then you can step in front of them.
yeah. I will say this model is definitely nicer than the old school Dante, but I'm not going to throw them away. Maybe I can turn him into a old school sanguinary guard or something, or a sergeant for Death Company or something. He's not painted, so.
Fucking demote him. You don't rape, bitch.
Yeah, it was his fault for crossing the Rubicon Primaris. Although Dante did say, Rabute did say, sorry, I can't let you die, so get back to work, bitch. That's the way I understood it in the book of Ball. Balls. Yeah, all these little parts are completely unnecessary. I'm just gonna go ahead and say that.
They could have just cast it all as one.
Well, yeah, and I don't understand I'm not seeing anything that goes. If there's something that's supposed to go in this hole, it looks like there is, but fuck if I see it.
Oh, yeah, that's weird. It's supposed to be like a.
Not in the instruction manual. Maybe another helmet or something. Let me look at this.
What's on the? Is there something on the box that shows?
No, yeah, you're right. It's just a hole. Huh. Weird.
You got a hole.
That's your home. Are you too good for your home? Answer me. Suck my white ass ball. Piece of monkey shit.
That movie did more to ruin fucking golf.
Oh, I fucking love that movie, dude.
I know, but you start seeing those people.
Oh,
on
yeah.
the fucking course. I played golf for like, I don't know, about 2 or 3 years, and I just realized, nah, I suck at this shit. I started playing by a different scoring system. If I took out 10 golf balls and I came back with 12, I won.
There you go.
Hell yeah.
I don't know. I really did kind of Happy Gilmore it. I mean, I could murder it off the tee. My short game was absolute garbage.
I did very well in golf. When I played with my dad and my grandfather, I had to really tone it down. They were both good, but my grandfather was not a very good or dignified loser in anything. Not pool, golf, anything. So I always had to, just not win.
Throw the game, yeah.
Yeah. But man, when he won,
You knew it.
yes, he wasn't a dignified winner either. And he'd always, not saying get good, but he would be like, you can always get better. And I'm sitting here going, you motherfucker.
Get good, scrub.
I just fucking threw the game for your ass. Or if I'd missed something that was blatantly obvious, I can't believe you missed that. And I'm like, yeah, me either. We get back to Dad's cabin and go, did you throw that game? Yeah. Okay. Yep.
I just used to go out. And, the course I played on was no carts, so it was a walk-only course, which cut down on a lot of the bullshit you would encounter. But I was always reminded of Mark Twain's commentary on golf. Golf is a good walk on beautiful land spoiled. Oh, that's what I was going to mention to you guys. Well, and Severus as well. What if the whole purpose right now, if what Games Workshop, I mean, we've all kind of probably had the thought that sooner or later the Tyranids are going to be an unignorable problem.
They kind of already are.
Yeah, but it's going to get worse, I guess, before it gets better. What if literally the only thing that the galaxy can rely on is the Necrons?
Pretty sure that's what it is.
Is it? Okay, because
Yeah.
I don't know enough about, because it's like, I'm sitting there thinking about all the different groups. I'm like, okay, there's the Orcs, but they can even fucking dominate the Orcs. Like,
Well,
literally.
they're pretty evenly matched.
Yeah.
With the orcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like with the War on Octarius or whatever.
Yeah.
So Cryptman, the resident renegade fucking guy.
You're kind of guy,
Inquisitor.
Yeah. Sort of. He lured in a bunch of, like, a splinter fleet of the Tyranids that were going for a planet to the orcs that were fighting in Octarius and, like, the whole sector. And so it's just, like, perpetual war. And so, like, the Tyranids are getting really, like, evolved fighting the orcs, and the orcs are getting really strong because they're just fighting constantly, which is what they love.
But the Tyranids actually won in Octarius.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, I didn't know they had a resolution to it.
Yeah.
There was this one thing called that I read called 1D4chan, which is a pretty cool, like, Nightmare to Come type thing. That was obviously it's not the way that it happened for how they advanced the lore.
Well, what was it?
It was just like a huge. Basically, it was kind of like a massive fan fiction thing that occurred for, like, advancing the lore of Warhammer 40K. It wasn't like this. It was before the Cicatrix Maledictum and GW did all that stuff.
Oh, okay.
So it's like shit like Terra fell to like demonic incursion, and then that just throws the Imperium into basically like the Warhammer Fantasy Empire type thing.
Right.
And then fucking just shit hits the fan, and then like the orc and Octarius, the orcs and like Tyranids basically merge into this fucking like turbo beast that is seeking battle, and they end up leaving the galaxy, apparently finding another like the biggest enemy they can find, but it's not in this galaxy, so they just fuck off. I'm glad I got a lot of shotguns with these guys, because these fucking horrors I'm fighting feed on energy, and I've got predominantly energy weapons, which is not good for killing them. Fuck yeah. Just did 122 damage to this fucking guy with my overcharged plasma gun. It wasn't even a crit.
Yeah, I was just kind of brainstorming. I was like, okay, sooner or later they're going to have to really address the Tyranid problem.
Yeah, for sure.
And now we've got Call and, kind of buddying up a little bit with, what's his name? One,
Oh yeah, the Necron guy.
Yeah, the
Silent King.
other one.
Trent. Yeah, I can.
Yeah, Trazen and the
Trazen.
Infinite.
That's it.
Trazen the Infinite. Yeah, they were like buddying up on fucking Cadia and shit talking to each other.
Is he the guy that likes collecting shit?
Yeah. Yeah, he's the one with the big ass collection.
I mean, what was it? Was it I think it was Avenging Sun. He's like breaking out his collection, going, but I don't want to lose these.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking nerd, like having to sacrifice his fucking toys.
And throwing his Pokemon out there.
No, man, you don't get to collect this one.
Isn't that how one of the main characters that went on the quest for Gilliman came up? One of the Inquisitors, whatever her name is.
Greyfax?
Yeah, wasn't she?
Yeah,
in
she was
Trajan's
literally.
collection?
Yes, she was literally. And he literally was like, well, I can put something out there, but you're not going to like it. I'm like, well, just put it out there. Yeah, but you're not going to like it. And he throws her out there, and she starts screaming heretic at everybody.
Yeah. You're all heretics.
Told you wouldn't like it. Fucking, she's sitting there screaming at fucking, what the fuck's her name? Celestine.
Oh, yeah.
You know, harlot witch. It's like, whoa.
Horus.
She's over there like the Sisters of Battle that think the Astartes are just mutants.
Oh yeah. She's like fucking calling
Hardcore.
everybody a fucking mutant. Everybody's a heretic. Everybody's a mutant.
Well, she's not wrong.
But I mean, it was just so funny because finally she realized, wait a minute, we could lose this if I don't fucking just knock it the fuck off already.
I wanted to have a debate with some idiot I met on Twitter, but I know they would never do it with me because I'm nobody. I remember this fucking guy's name, but I know they wouldn't do it because I'm nobody.
Well, it's always under their conditions.
Yeah, there's no clout, for them.
No, they want the big names. Marshall and fucking Arch.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
It's sad too because a lot of the people, the big names, and I'm not taking anything away from them, but they debate with using the same talking points just like Warhammer does. They don't have any real or realistic perspective, in my opinion.
Yeah, that's frustrating for me as well.
Well, it's like when we were on those podcasts and I would input, what I had to say. Everybody got quiet. Like, I mean, not while I was talking. I mean, they were quiet, so they could hear what I had to say. But there was this clear silence when I was done speaking. Like, oh yeah, never heard that before. Or never thought of it that way. And you don't really see that. Wait a minute, did I have the right base? 50mm. Yep, 50mm. Why does Dante need a 50mm base? That's crazy.
Jesus.
Is
he just the size of obviously post Space Marine, but
he's just the size of a freaking Primaris, really. I mean,
yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, here's a Primaris, and there's him. It's not like he's, super large or anything. Here, if I go heel to heel. Yeah, he's just the exact same size. I mean, this Terminator captain has a 50mm base, and he's considerably larger than Dante.
Yeah.
This is the new Terminator. Huh. Well, that was pretty easy to put those two together. Now what do I do? Oh wait, you have 1 million models left to put together. Actually, let's see here. We got Angron still to put together. We got Death Leaper, the new Farsight. I'm actually kind of glad I never bought Farsight until this new one came out. I already don't really like the Tau, so. And I will be right back. Gotta let some, or switch out some dogs. So if anybody shows up on the stream, say, hey man, he'll be back.
And
You're stepped away.
ah, okay.
You found a good like weapon for Pascal to use.
The arc rifle. I think it's called the arc rifle.
Yeah.
That's about the only one, and it's very hit or miss.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you
I
gotta
like
be
using
very
it.
careful fighting. You gotta be careful firing it though.
Yeah, that and it's like you said, super hit. But I mean, single shot only is my problem. I love it when it hits because it's like it either obliterates them or just misses. You know, like
Yeah, there's no
like
in
daisy
between.
chains and just absolutely fucking slaps, or it's just like nah, nothing. My thing is it's like I'm going kind of melee with him this round, and it's actually working pretty well. It's just I'm struggling. I did go for a flamer for a while, but the problem is I've picked up flamer way too late, and like I've got way better, more damaging weapons now. So it's like, all right, basically they just got arms raced, and I don't have flamers that kept up with them.
I tried going flamer with Argenta, but it was okay, but
Yeah, the problem is it's just like it doesn't it doesn't fucking scale. The damage doesn't keep up with the other stuff that you get.
well, the other thing that's kind of disappointing to me, and I've noticed this in other games, is they really downplayed the damage of a bolter.
Yeah.
They really damp down on it. It's like, okay, I am hitting them with a 1 inch or a half inch rocket propelled fucking explosive missile.
Yeah.
Why is the shot, or why is a fucking auto gun doing more damage?
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, they should make it to where the like bolter expertise either does. They should probably just do more damage and more armor pen.
Yeah, it's just
Like,
one of those.
currently it just gives you 10% more armor pen, which is okay, but
Yeah,
it is above the solid projectile weapon expertise, where it just increases the minimum damage by 2.
It's just one of those weird things. It's like, because I've noticed that in games like Battle Sector 2. I'm
Yeah.
firing a fucking half a magazine of bolter rounds and it's a piff, 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 piff. You know,
I can't remember what game did it. I mean, Inquisitor Martyr does a pretty good justice, at least with the heavy bolter. But the
Yeah.
problem is the heavy bolter should be like what all the bolters are.
well, yeah, that should, and the heavy bolter should be ridiculous over the top.
Yeah, the heavy bolter should have the rate of fire, and then but everything else is, it's just like the bolt pistol can only fire a single shot, and then like the bolter can fire, auto, but it's limited capacity on munition because you only got a mag in there. And then the heavy bolter is just like, yeah, fucking, if you want that thing over that general vicinity to evaporate, then use a heavy bolter.
Yeah, I mean, they've played up the weapon so much more. And then when you actually fire it, it's like 4 to 8 points of damage. Like,
Yeah. I mean, I can give them a little bit of a pass, where it's like, okay, these are human-sized bolt guns, not Astartes-sized, but
Still,
even then,
I'm
this
firing
is
a
okay.
50 caliber high explosive rocket propelled penetrator.
Exactly. It's like, you see how much damage those fucking AA-12 tests did with explosive rounds? Yeah,
Exactly.
the current tech.
And you'll shoot like just average Joe cultist or something. He's like, oh, well, fuck you.
There you go.
The lion it is.
How dare you, son?
Only because I grabbed it and it was on top.
Larry the Lion.
Yeah, my OCD is like screaming right now. Like, you
Should
got
it be CDO
CDO,
instead of OCD? It should be CDO if it was in the proper order.
COD, cash on delivery.
The CDO. alphabetical order. I mean, if it was true OCD, it would be CBO.
True. But that's not
Everybody I said that was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
That's not what I'm thinking about when I'm looking at my cases and realize there's an open space I left.
For Larry the Lion? So,
For everybody, all these guys.
the worst thing I ever saw for Lion, and I wish I hadn't seen it when they first announced that he was coming back, was there's 3 helmets for him. There's
4.
I think there's, yeah, but there's one where it's like the hood.
Yeah.
And then the other one has these giant wings, and somebody just basically showed him peeling the hood back, and all you heard was boing.
Yeah.
And the fucking wings are folded down under the hood. I'm like, well, thanks for ruining that.
I'll probably only ever use this winged hood or the masked hood. I highly doubt I'll ever. I mean, I'm gonna magnetize it, obviously, but
Sure.
not tonight, obviously. But oh, look, he's got some. What is
A
that?
little bit of beef too in there.
What? What the hell? Is that?
Is that what?
What symbol is that? Is that like Blood Raven Necron thing?
What are you talking about?
The symbol on the rubble here.
Well, I see the fucking Aquila.
No, right here.
Yeah, that's the Aquila.
That's an Aquila?
Yeah, 2 heads, wings, tail.
I guess. It's awfully small.
That's the Codex Astartes and Lions pissing on it.
That's why the woke can't freaking find the word codex or male. It's too small.
Lions basically going space book, huh? Zip.
Alright. 2, 3, and 1. Okay. Could you make
You're making me yell now.
could you make the pieces any smaller and annoying?
Yes.
Look at your call model. We did.
God, that fucking thing was you. I don't think I've ever heard you get that frustrated with anything.
Just stupid.
Low level motherfuckers.
I think it's because I was at the end of the ad mech and I was really done with them. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm just done. Fuck you.
Go on, come here. I'm building more of these fucking Scutari. Fuck these Scutaris.
Yeah. They're all done though.
Trash truck.
Do what?
I just want to work on trash truck.
Yep.
I like how at one point there were like 4 of us looking at trash truck.
Yeah, no. More going on with trash truck lore than there was 40K.
Scotty's who how come y'all know so much about it? Well, your dad did this broadcast one.
Alright, let me give you the link.
Got us all hooked on trash truck.
See that little tiny hand there? That's when you spilled all the paint while he was gone from the desk.
Never gonna let you hear the end of that shit either. I'm gonna play that at your wedding someday.
Yeah. It's pretty sad I gotta play cobbler to the lion, put a soul on his shoe.
Yeah, like they couldn't like put the soul, just made it with the soul.
I know, right? Number 1.
I like how everybody, as soon as he came out, the first person they thought could play the lion was what's his name? Tyrion Lannister's dad.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Kind of has the look, but
No.
I can't think of any other actor that really could pull it off.
I don't think so, and I don't. Everything I ever read, the lion has a deep, dark, booming voice. Just even when he's talking, like, you know, as kind as he can.
Yeah, but you know Hollywood, they go for the look more than the sound.
Yeah, but he looks way too old for the lion still.
Oh yeah, no, they'd have to de-age the shit out of it.
I never liked him anyway.
I knew they could get to play Gulliman. Matt Damon.
Oh God! Somebody better kill that. That means he needs to be excommunicatus or exterminatus or what all the oddises.
Soul chickenness.
Yeah. Oh, Severus, were you around? We did the soul chicken stuff.
Yep.
Okay.
It's glorious.
So when I'm dead in a week and you guys come to my funeral and you bring that up, people are gonna look at you like, "What the hell?" Soul chicken.
He was a complicated man, a fan of soul chicken.
Yeah.
Now, none of y'all know what the hell I'm talking about.
Okay. This goes in there. All right. We all gather here today on this sorrowful occasion to say goodbye to the dearly departed. He was dearly and he has departed. That's why we call him the dearly departed. In other words, the Nick dead. Like I cut that.
Good.
As you can see him laying here, I've been here 3 days. Boy ain't moved a muscle. So I know the Nick dead. Beep. And if you think we gonna bury you with them diamonds and shit on, you got another thing coming.
We're keeping that shit.
I'd like to introduce the boy's woman. Oh, bitch, I don't know what she was to him, but she's laying over there in the booth. What say, girl? What you doing? We don't sell no in here. If you do, I want to cut. Shit. Your fault that Nick dead. You'd have been home when you're supposed to be. You wouldn't have been up in the hotel fucking that faggot. Boy's husband came home, caught the fucking and shot him in the ass on a downstroke. Richard Pryor, man. Richard Pryor.
Literally the one time I got to attend a black barbecue, a friend of mine, on the south side of Chicago. And he had about 3 uncles who would have been perfect Richard Pryor fill-ins.
Huh.
I remember, hey, Mitchell. Yeah. You proud of white boy? Yeah. Shit. Army done fucked you up, son. Be hanging out with white people. No offense. None taken, sir. I mean, you okay for a white boy. But you know where you at, right? Yes, sir. You know you don't take your ass outside, right? Yes, sir. Yeah, don't go outside the fence. Because they're going to shoot all of us just for you being here. I understand, sir. All right. You want to play some dominoes? No, sir. Why? I ain't got no money left. I was playing spades earlier. All right. You smart man then. You learned your lesson. Don't ever play spades in black flag. Family. You'll lose everything.
Also, don't play spades in the fan well either.
Oh, hell no.
On the ship. All the fuckers losing all their fucking paychecks.
What did somebody say? No, I ain't gonna teach you how to play spades. You either go to the military or prison like everybody else.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Real. It's so fucking true, though.
That barbecue was fun. The grandma was the funniest. She's like, are you seeing somebody, honey? No, ma'am. We're gonna find you a nice black girl while you're here. Yes, ma'am. No, you see, she will cook good for you. Grandma was ready to hook me the fuck up.
Hell yeah.
It was fun, I'm not gonna lie. I had a hell of a lot of fun. Definitely not a white people barbecue.
No, you gotta know how to act.
I was respectful, and I just stayed the hell out of the way and ate enough food to actually make grandma happy. Which, oh my god, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, don't be an asshole, that's for sure.
Okay, what What the hell is going on here? Is this an optional leg?
Lion's got 3 legs.
Got something going on here.
You did it, Dan. You got 3 legs.
Oh, look. You gotta put it on his gimp leg.
Oh, shit.
Dan, you ain't got no legs. I know
You
that,
got 3
Forrest.
of 'em.
I know that, Forrest.
You think you can sink this boat? Dude, I ain't gonna lie. The first time I saw that, 2 things popped in my head. First, I was like, we're all gonna die in this theater. And 2, fucking it reminded me of the first float I was on. And I can't remember this. I probably maybe told you guys a story, but the headquarters company gunny's name. I was a Lance Corporal. And this dude, we came off a freaking mission. Got down and they put all the Marines in the lower stuff.
Well, yeah, that's what it should be.
Yeah, right. and as soon as we closed the hatch, all I heard was, I don't give a goddamn if it's the next coming of fucking Christ. If this goddamn fucking bird area ain't squared the fuck away, I'm fucking killing all of y'all. I was like, oh shit, you ain't gonna have to, because God's gonna sink this boat. I was like, holy shit, we're done.
I want every swinging dick online.
Yeah.
One captain that had been I think he'd been an E5 before he green to gold. He was so funny because you'd hear him in his office and he would talk like a sergeant. But as soon as he was up in front of the troops, it was, gentlemen.
Yeah.
He'd be in his office. I want every swinging dick in my fucking presence tomorrow morning. You better be dead if you don't fucking show up. Shit.
I've known a couple like that.
But in front of you, it's like, oh, hello, gentlemen.
Yep.
That's how I always picture Cerberus.
Pretty much, yeah. Like, I ended up tailoring I had to rework my speech, like how I talk normally, because at one point there was this fucking other lieutenant. He was like a meathead in the literal sense. He like went to some fucking city college. He's like in a frat. He's
Had
like
a fucking
bro, kind of meathead
physical
guy.
education degree.
Yeah, probably. And at one point we're sitting there. It's like a bunch of lieutenants, and he's just like, we'd worked a couple months now together. And he's like, man, I wish I could talk like you. I'm like, what? Like, what do you mean? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, what do you mean? He's like, you use all these like fancy words and stuff just normally, and I'm like, oh well, thanks. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, God fucking damn it, this means like all of the stuff I've been telling my soldiers, they've just been nodding along.
Yeah,
like,
pretty much.
Like, I'm just so they don't actually know what the fuck I'm saying. Like,
What would happen is, as soon as you would walk away,
yeah,
the platoon sergeant or the first sergeant would be, all right,
translate.
rally up. Do you know what the CO just say? All right, I'm going to break this shit down Barney style.
Well, this is when I was a PL. I learned quick because I'm just like, no, I need them to understand what I'm telling them. So I'm not going to talk like a fucking college professor anymore. I'm going to talk like a fucking normal human.
You talk like a fag, your shit's all fucked up.
Yeah, effectively. Yeah.
So this is what our PL said. He said, "Be here at fucking 4:30 in the morning, like always."
Yeah.
Got it. Good. Fall out.
And I would tell him, nod along. If you ask a question, I will kill you.
Yeah.
I will fucking kill you.
Yeah.
I will kill your whole family. I will go find their family. Just nod along and let that motherfucker go away.
Boy, this channel just got
I will
canceled.
tell you what you need to be doing, okay?
This channel just got canceled.
And the platoon leader, and you see all the fucking heads nodding like them little birds where you put the water and they just dip their beak into water. And then as soon as he'd walk away, okay, rally on me. Do y'all know what he just said? No, Sergeant.
Good. Neither do I. And I'll be here at 4.
Good. Just, have your monkey asses here at 5:30 for PT and shut the fuck up. Dismissed. And then always, sir, I got a question. I will fucking end you.
I I was like that when it was like a fucking battalion formation, you know, and I'm just like, oh my god, no. And it's like the whole piggyback thing. You know, let me just piggyback off what the CO said, or what the
I got a good idea.
Said. I'm just like, fuck.
Sir, I got a good idea. Shut the fuck up.
That's like in Aliens when he's like, Hudson, come here. Come here.
Come here. And he points to the ground. There.
Sir,
he just died recently.
It's going to be a stand-up fight, sir. Another bug hunt.
I think he just died.
He did,
yeah. He did, unfortunately.
Yeah. What a fucking shame.
Yeah.
Somehow he captured NCO, man.
Yeah, but both him and fucking, was it not Jenkins, the guy that played the Game Over, man.
Oh yeah, was it Hudson or Hicks?
Hudson.
Hudson.
I always mix them up. I'm like the fucking lieutenant.
I can't mess up.
Hudson.
Yeah, I can't mess up Hicks because he's Michael Biehn, you know, from the Terminator. You're talking about oh god, I can't believe I just forgot his name. I feel bad now.
Yeah,
Bill Paxton.
He fucking died pretty
Bill Paxton,
young, too.
yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was pancreatic cancer.
But yeah, the lieutenant. How many jumps do you have, sir? 28. Simulated.
How many combat drops? 2, including this one.
Including this one. I do like how he went out, though. You guys were an asshole. Boom!
Yeah, he redeemed himself in the very end.
Turned it out.
Apparently, the background on that is that he was a plant by fucking Wayland Yutani because he's trollable.
Yeah, he's an idiot, yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching it after I was in, you know, and he's like sitting in the fucking command ABC. I'm just like, nope, couldn't be me, fam. Couldn't fucking be me. I'd be in the shit there. And my thing too is it's like watching it after getting some tactical knowledge. I'm just like, why the fuck did they all go in all at once? Like, send 2 guys up ahead, especially when it's like, oh yeah, well, flamers only. You know, so it's like, okay, fucking, you only got 2 for flamethrowers, so fucking send 2 guys in there.
You don't know why?
Saying.
The budget, that's why.
That shit vehicle.
Send a whole fucking platoon in.
Hey, let's have a tactical vehicle that sits about 2 inches off the fucking ground.
Hey, you know, that's not, you know, an uncommon thing. I mean, who knows who fucking advised them? I mean, I told you guys, I think I told, well, did I tell you about when I first met General Mattis, Severus?
No.
Not when you first met him, no. You told me about working for him.
Yeah, so this was the day before we crossed the LOD fucking in OIF. And he came out and met all the staff and COs and officers from, you know, every battalion. And, of course, 1st Battalion, 5th Marines was the fucking bait because of whatever the fucking heartache was during Desert Storm between the Republican Guard and 1-5. I wasn't there. I was in high school. But he came out to talk to all of us, and he said, you know, if we happen to take sniper fire, you know, from a building and our Marines are pinned down, what's our course of action? And my CO was, dude, he's just fucking Captain America, fucking absolute piece of shit. Now he's the 1st Marine Regiment commander at Camp Pendleton. Can't believe that fucker's still in. And anyway, fucking he says he got one part right, that we were cordon off the building. Well, cordon off the area, but that he would send in a platoon plus to take out the sniper and make sure that there was nobody else in there. I'm on the other side of the school circle, if you will, and I guess I lost my bearing because I shook my head twice, I guess, or something like that. Like, what the fuck did you just say? And General Mattis looked over at me and he goes, Marine, stand up. And I stood up. And I was also pissed off he was calling General Mattis sir. You don't call a general sir, you know, and at least not in the Marine Corps. And he said, he goes, what's your rank? And I said, Staff Sergeant General. And I looked right at my captain like, that's what the fuck you're supposed to say. And he goes, so you disagree with the captain's response? And I said, absolutely, General. And he goes, well, what would be your, you know, your take on it? And I said, well, you wouldn't know this, but I am a Marine sniper and have been, you know, at this point, you know, almost 16 years. And I said, if we send in a platoon plus in there, you're going to lose every one of them if that sniper's worth his salt. What do you mean? I said, if it were me, I'd have the entire place booby trapped. I'm already planning on going to heaven you know, or wherever these idiots want to go to get their 72 virgins. And I said, and I'm not going to be anywhere you're going to find me. Where are you going to be? I said, well, General, I'll probably be between the floors. And he goes, so, okay, so what's your course of action? I said, if we can, bring the building down.
Yeah.
He looked at everybody and he goes, bring the building down, gentlemen. And I can't say that was just me that made that ROE for everybody, but that's how that went down.
I mean, it's literally what they had us do. They get on the radio. Hey, drop that building. You see that building over there with the blue shit on the top? Yeah, I don't want to fucking see that building anymore.
I mean, dude, you got a suicidal sniper in there. Why the fuck would you? You know what I mean?
And you got a guy aching to fucking fire rounds.
Right.
I mean, my guys are always like, "Can we shoot?" No, not yet. Why can't we shoot?
Well, when we got done with that, you know, my captain came up to me and he was like, you know, that's an awfully brave statement, you know, that you made. How do you suppose we do that? And I was like, sir, we've got RE, we've got C-130 Spectre gunship, we've got tanks. He goes, and what if we don't have those in support? I'm like, well, we're all carrying thermobaric rounds, aren't we?
Yep.
And he was like, okay. And he goes,
there's a way.
yeah. And he goes, well, what if we don't have those? I'm like, we have our own internal organic mortars. 60 millimeter.
I was just gonna say, fucking
Yeah, and
layers of explosives.
Yeah, and he goes, well, they're not gonna explode well enough to blow up the building. I said no, but if you
buildings?
well, I said no, maybe not, but you could put a fucking time delay on that bitch, you know, and fucking at least put it through the goddamn roof, you know. I mean, I mean, I don't know, man. That guy was something else.
Okay, so 1.5 had the same problem 2.2 Cav in the Army had with the
shit leadership.
There were 3 regiments of Republican Guards in Desert Storm. 2 got completely butt fucked. One by 1.5 and one by 2.2 Cav.
Roger.
They got gutted, and that was their special forces. Was the Republican Guard.
Right, I knew that.
And you guys completely obliterated. I don't remember the Owl, fuck you, Camel Shagger Brigade or something like that. And we were over there and just Al Takaya or some shit brigade.
We had the Al Camel Shaggers and you had the Al MR Eaters.
Something like that. And both of them, basically, their special forces got ass raped by our units. So, yeah, I mean, literally, 2nd Cav was there from, basically, for the Thunder Run. And the standing order was, they will be gunning for you.
Yeah.
You know, they are pissed because those captains are now colonels or generals. So.
Well, they didn't fucking do.
Bring them on, yeah.
They didn't do too fucking hot during OIF. I can tell you that.
No, they did not. No, they did not.
I mean, I can tell you firsthand. I mean, dude, we already had fuckers from the Republican Guard trying to surrender before the LOD even happened.
And as far as, you know, what do you do with that building? Yeah, because you really have to bag a tanker to fucking fire heat rounds.
Right.
Anything. Or 50 cal.
Well, just, I don't know, man. I mean, Captain Sokol is a fucking opportunist any way you slice it. And I hate fucking people like that.
See, when you say Sokol, all I keep hearing is Sobel. Fucking Band of Brothers.
Well, yeah, I didn't think about that. But
Sobel.
that's a good fucking likeness, basically. Except, you know, believe it or not, he was actually fucking Ukrainian descent and fucking 6'8". Surprising.
Same level of dumb fuckery.
Oh man. I mean, the guy clearly had intelligence, you know, but he just, I think his ego got in the way of everything else.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say, you know, that's.
I mean, he's clearly, you know, an intellectual, but I mean, it just, I don't know. It's like, you know, you're gonna sit here and tell me if I'm, you know, upset about the direction that something's going. Well, you're too critical of your chain of command. This is my literal fucking job, is to tell you these things. I'm not supposed to just sit here and not say anything. But it's what it is, man. It's what it is. You ever had any dreams, either one of you guys, like you wake up in the middle of the night and fucking thought you were fucking being pulled back in?
No, I don't
Like
really
you're
have
back over there?
Do what?
Like you're back over there?
No. Like they came to your door and said you got to re-enlist?
No, nothing that fucking horrific.
Dude, that shit happens to me all the time. And I'm past the fucking 10-year IRR mark.
I was gonna say, the way I look at it, it's like, look, if you're coming, what's that meme? If you're coming to me, obviously you're out of fucking options.
Yeah.
Well, we could force you to go. Good luck with that.
You can force me. Doesn't mean I'm
Try.
gonna be able to perform. Doesn't mean I'm gonna perform with the shit. Well, your Marines are looking at you. Yeah, they're probably wondering why I'm here, as old as I am.
Lock Grandpa in. I'd be like, well, you know, what, would you go in as an instructor? I'm like, you don't want to know what my requirements would be for that.
I'd go as an instructor if I was making fucking, you know, at least 200,000.
I told my wife, I said, I want a 1-year contract.
Yep.
I want $250,000 a year. I want a house, the equivalent of a 2-star. I ain't paying taxes, ever. And I want full fucking privilege to the rank I just said. I want PX privileges, I want housing privileges, I want all that shit. And I ain't attending your fucking formations. Well, I wasn't going to give you all that. Guess you don't want me very bad then.
Right. I just want access to the O Club. For one reason only.
Just walk in here and slap your dick on the table.
Nope.
Yeah, exactly.
Just walk in there and go, what's up, fuckers? That's it.
Fucking slap your ID card. You know what rank I carry? Kiss my ass rank. That's what rank I carry.
Nah, I've been in an O Club way too many times. It's fucking nothing special in there.
It's really not.
Okay, how the fuck does this go on? Oh, shit. I should have fucking looked at that first, but I didn't.
When they took us to the, when we went up to be briefed by the the director of armor up at Benning, when we had our reunion, and they were trying to figure out a place to have us meet, and they literally said the O Club. Yeah, whatever. And there was somebody actually cranky about it. You know, some of these men are prior enlisted.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I thought you said someone cranking it in there, and I'm like,
No, somebody's being
jerking off.
well, maybe
That's
Damn.
my shit right there, man.
They
Damn.
were being all fucking cranky because we were former enlisted in the fucking O Club.
Oh, how dare you?
Oh no!
Pretty sure the rank on your fucking shoulders didn't say that anymore.
It's like, oh. Well, because most of us had jackets that had our fucking, you know, they'd requested. They said, you know, if you want to wear like a jacket with your rank and patches, and I'm like, y'all really don't want that, do we? Yeah, all right. It fucking sounds cheesy to me, but I had my own. Oh God, Marines may not have. Maybe you do. Well, where like when you get to your first duty station, especially if it's in Asia, they got like those really fucking like silk jackets. I think guys used to get them from Okinawa.
Yeah,
Okinawa.
fucking boots buy that shit. Nobody fucking that's got a fucking brain does.
And that was my first fucking duty station was Korea, and I think that jacket cost me $15.
Or fucking metal hunters because they want to put a tab on their fucking shit. Like, this is all the places I've been. Camp Hansen, Camp fucking Schwab. Right, they're 20 minutes from each other, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so I mean, I'm like, okay, that's the only thing I had I could put fucking anything on. So I stuck my stripes on and started covering it with patches, and I took it to a local tailor. He's like, you want all of these patches on that jacket? Yeah. All right. I wore it about 5 minutes and then fucking threw it in my car.
Didn't that originate in Korea, though?
What's that?
The jackets?
Probably. Yeah. Ours were black with yellow stitching. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was a Korea thing, and it just
kind of spread out. I mean, they looked cool back then. I mean, they looked pretty cool.
Some of the guys, though, like the boots, man, they get them big, stupid dragons on the back and shit, and I'm like...
Oh, yeah, that was definitely an Okinawa thing. I used to see them at Knox all the time with that shit on. I'm like, hey, bro. Yeah.
You look gay.
You look stupid in that fucking jacket. You think so, sir? You think so, Staff Sergeant? Yeah. Hey, you can just call me Sergeant. Okay, Staff Sergeant. Never mind.
I think those jackets were supposed to be fashioned after the bomber, not the leather bomber jackets, but the other ones. The silk ones.
Yeah, they just fucking look stupid. Mine's tucked away in a corner. I can't bring myself to throw it away. I'm not looking to fucking wear it either.
Right. It's kind of like all the boots that they get on their first float, and they find out that as a Marine, if you go through the training because you got nothing else to fucking do, you can get the fucking surface warfare fucking pin.
Oh. Yeah.
But then they find out after they do it all, you're not allowed to wear that shit.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You can go through it all. You can get it put in your record book, but you can't put it on your uniform.
Because I used to see some wild shit at Knox with the tankers. And some guys transitioned over for whatever reason, and I'd see like oddball shit on their uniforms, and I'm like, so I finally went to a Marine NCO that I made friends with. I said, what is your equivalent of the 670-1, which is wear and appearance of the uniform? He gave me a copy, and I wouldn't call him out, but I'd be like, let's just wear that shit. We're still on a Marine base. It's still a military base.
Yeah.
Get that shit out of the uniform.
And usually every Army base that I've been on has a Marine liaison somewhere.
Oh, we had a fucking full bowl colonel on Knox, and he was a fucking brutal bastard. He hated being there. You could just tell he fucking hated being on an Army base, and he took it out on all the fucking Marines.
I bet.
It'd been like putting you on a fucking Army base. He'd have been a grumpy bastard.
Probably if I was stationed there. The only
You would have
thing.
liked it. I mean, I think you would have actually liked it. Knox was a pretty good base in its day.
The only thing I ever raised an eyebrow at was when I was at jump school, and we went in that goddamn chow hall, and I saw those fucking donuts. It was a fucking pyramid of donuts, and I was like, "What the fuck is that? What is that? What the fuck is that? What is that, Grandpa?" Oh, dude, I'm not kidding, man. I mean, a massive fucking thing of donuts. It was crazy. Never seen nothing like it. Sure as shit ain't got that shit in fucking Marine Corps chow, I can tell you that. You don't rate.
You don't rate a donut, fat boy.
Yep. You're lucky if they got enough powdered eggs by the time you get in there. Oh, what's that, troop? You didn't get enough fucking chow? Why is that? Better not fucking say because you were out PTing with the fucking lieutenant or platoon sergeant or whatever and get them in trouble. The correct response was, I didn't get up early enough. Even though you were up before the chow opened. But PT lasted that long. Yep.
I had a couple of battalion commanders, and they always came in last because they want to make sure the troops ate. But if they came in 20 minutes before the chow hall closed and there wasn't enough food, you'd see him disappear back in the back. You'd see the colonel disappear back in the back of the mess hall, and it wouldn't happen again for a while.
That's a good officer right there.
Fucking ass. Well, he didn't fucking eat either, man. He was pretty pissy too. Usually, by the time they make lieutenant colonel, they usually had their shit together. Not always, and I'm sure Severus has got some horror stories.
Oh yeah.
With fucking light colonels that just
light colonels, yeah. Full colonels, yeah, I didn't really have too many problems with. They're usually pretty locked in.
I'd like to know. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, you'd always run those lieutenant colonels that I think they knew that colonel was probably going to be their peak. They were never going to see stars, and they just took it out on their fucking people.
What I want to know is why almost every lieutenant colonel I ever had thought that it was their mission when they finally became a battalion commander to come in and just assume that everything that happened before them was wrong.
Yeah, right. I hate that shit.
Got to put their mark on it. Got to put their mark on the unit.
I mean, all you're doing is disrespecting the battalion commander before you. You know.
That happened in Korea to me. I mean, or not Korea, Germany. First tour. The lieutenant commander went on to, or lieutenant colonel. He got promoted to full bowl, and just moved down the road, and took some fucking shit staff job. He was just punching his ticket for staff, and he fucking hated it. Absolutely fucking hated it. But his replacement, first thing he come in and just unwrapped a really squared away armored cav unit. Just tore it to pieces. And I was like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
Yeah.
Just shredded it.
God damn it. This fucking
Yeah, I think
cape
they all
is a
feel they're
bitch.
going to put their stamp on the unit.
So find something else to do or innovate. Don't fucking tell all the Marines, you know, or your troops fucking, you guys have been doing this fucking wrong. Well, we're all here. We survived fucking combat. We must have done something right. Nope, still wrong. You got lucky.
Yes.
That's all it was. You got lucky.
Alright, whatever, dude.
You ever been to combat? No, but it doesn't matter.
I know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay.
Alright, so for the record, this Lionel Johnson cape fucking sucks balls.
Yeah, I've been watching you, man. It's not been looking fun.
It's just this one area. You have to do the one side and then get the rest of it, like push it over and hold it. Something you're never going to see, you know.
You're making me never want to build complicated models. So you know.
Nah. You'll want to do it just to go, see, it wasn't that hard. What the fuck is your problem? Fucking Marine.
Troop.
What the fuck, troop?
Fucking jarhead. Jarhead, motherfucker.
Now glue that shit in a rapid vertical motion. Troop.
Troop. I love calling people that on Twitter because I can mention troop. What?
You know, a more handsome, more educated brother in second platoon than me.
Listen to him.
He got college. God, we're all going to fucking hell.
Oh, well.
Now listen up. He got college.
You work for the United States of white America.
Yep. I'm gonna walk down Main Street in my jump boots.
Tell him he can't wear his jump boots.
FNG.
Oh, God. I can't believe tomorrow Amazon gonna fuck me over.
What?
Send me everything but the models tomorrow.
Nah.
I'm gonna have all that shit sitting on my desk staring at me going, you can't do shit.
That's awesome.
Fucking model ain't gonna be here till Sunday. I'm gonna have glue, knives, clippers, sanding twigs, everything. Ready to go.
Cyrus, he's gonna be making his own Space Marines out of fucking popsicle sticks.
And I know what's gonna happen. They're gonna lose the fucking order of the fucking figures.
Nah.
They're gonna lose the no, I guarantee you. The Amazon around here, my wife, she swears they have it out for her. They lose. She orders something, they fucking lose it every fucking time.
How much do you order?
A lot.
That's probably why.
I can order a box of tea. Them motherfuckers bring it to the door and bow to me when they hand it to me. She could order $100 worth of shit and they will fucking lose it between here and like one county away, and they will lose it on the way.
Damn.
It's funny as shit. Yes, I'm mocking my wife. Yes.
Oh shit. That's alright. We've had our share of issues with the postal service here. Leaving shit out in the rain with no fucking goddamn bag over it at least. Fucking delivering it to the wrong house across the street. People that we can't stand, of course. So that makes it awkward.
Yeah, we've got this little courtyard, like out in front of our door, with a gate. Now you can see through the gate. It's just a wrought iron gate that's decorative. It serves no useful purpose. And they will leave it sitting out in the fucking rain and mark gate was locked.
Yeah. Yep.
Sure, bud.
It's pretty standard. You know, lie about everything. Lie, deny, and reaccuse.
And what they have around here, those new fucking all-electric Amazon trucks.
Oh, okay.
And I talked to one of their drivers, and they fucking hate them. They absolutely fucking hate those things.
Dude, our fucking FedEx and UPS drivers, I feel for these motherfuckers. They got no AC, no heat. Fucking in this climate.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
Florida, man.
Trucks are fucking banged up. I look at this stuff and I'm like, sometimes I think to myself, you know, maybe that's a job I could take or something, you know. But I'm like, God damn, dude, I don't know if I could deal with that.
My wife was reading an article. She goes, "Well, do you think you could do this?" And I'm like, "No, I can't do that shit." Because it was like, "Oh, they get like $125,000 in pay and benefits." I said, "No, read the article. They're top drivers."
Yeah, that's not even really anything though.
And you got to start. Yeah, you got to start in the warehouse. You don't start as a driver.
Right. God damn it! Really? Fucking lion's fucking little nail here on his. Oh, you fuck!
That is a cocaine nail.
It's a nail on his lion, you know, fucking mane.
Fisher nail.
Yeah. It fucking broke. Don't let your little one mess with this kind of shit. Oh, come on, get on there and get off my fucking blade. You fuck. Ain't that some shit? I'm assuming this is his, the cloak from the
Gentlemen.
the lion that he killed.
No, there's none of those here.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's not so true. Severus was
Huh?
Hey, look. I bought these for I didn't give it to him.
I bought some too. I might have got the same thing.
Oh, these are probably then what you bought.
Okay. I don't know.
Because I knew I bought them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I picked those myself, so I don't know. I might have 2 copies.
We probably do, because I was going to say, they were in a box again, but I thought, I don't know.
You already wrapped
so
his
you
and
want
then...
these with your thing? You don't want me to
No, it's fine.
package these?
No, I got his up in the box. Right there.
Okay.
Trash truck. Oh, look who it is.
It be me,
It'd be you.
and I am here.
It'd be you. It'd be me. It'd be he. But then again, that's all transphobic somehow. I don't know.
What the hell?
That's what we're told on Twitter all the time, so.
Bro, me existing is transphobic, apparently.
I'm just going with what my betters tell me.
If I could be transphobic to specifically those people, that's a win.
Right.
And I find it ironic, too, because one of my paramedics was a transgender male or female in her 60s, and she was, like, one of my best partners ever.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to those people. That's just a token person that you abused and manipulated.
Clearly.
Kind of like Atlas, you know, he's just token.
Or
Jackie or
Frost
Marshall
Flame.
or Frost Flame.
Yep. I'll give the lion this. He's got some fucking gigantic football shoulder pads.
Boys, funky.
He's got some fucking World of Warcraft shoulder pads going on.
Yep.
Well, it is lion.
For the record, in the movie, the female orc would. Just saying. Throwing it out there.
Look like most of the men there would. You wish to mate with them.
It would kill you. Welcome to death.
Just death. Thinking, yes, you have chosen death, the Express Edition. can't wait to get my lion assembled and painted. So, which version of lion are you gonna do? Are you gonna do hooded with the helmeted, or just the face?
Gonna magnetize his head.
Nice.
Yeah, I want to see him when he does that fucking cloak you were dealing with earlier.
Oh yeah, we gotta listen to his bullshit. Your cloak's gonna be awesome. It's the easiest thing to put together.
Oh yeah, I mean Badger was like, yeah, this is a fucking son of a bitch, the easiest thing I've ever fucking piece of shit thing I've ever seen.
Yep.
It's gonna be finicky. And I've already got gargantuan fucking man hands, so that's gonna be fun to deal with.
It's more than finicky. Yeah, you're gonna think back on this and go, God damn it, they didn't warn me enough. You'd be like them fuckers with COVID. They didn't warn us.
Oh god, that shit.
China virus or the Kung flu?
Do what?
Why didn't they warn us?
No, in all seriousness though, it was a little bit of a bitch to put on. And two, watch right here where you have the nails on the fur, or whatever this fucking part is.
Oh, the claws?
Yeah, watch those because I broke one off by sheer accident.
Oh shit.
It's that simple to break off.
Oh wow.
So gluing it back on and making it look decent was a kind of a pain. Let's see here. I just don't feel like that's sitting as it's supposed to, but it can't go anywhere else, so I guess so. Very well. Yeah, I put Dante together and Adrax or Agrax something.
That's correct.
Yeah, whatever the salamander's name is. Agatone.
Ooh.
And I just felt like putting something else together, so we're putting a line together.
Nice.
Sorry, I'm laughing over a meme, which I know is retarded, but it's a Christmas meme. So it's
What's the meme?
okay, have you ever heard of the Trans-Siberian Orchestra?
Yes.
Alright. So there's this meme of Paulie Walnuts from The Sopranos.
Okay.
And he's like, look, I don't care what you say, but I don't think the entire Siberian Orchestra is trans.
Huh.
I don't know why, I'm just sitting here laughing to myself, and I'm fucking retarded.
It's fucking stupid. Ooh, Object 11 SR. Hell yeah! I finally got a good thing for interchange. I got a good card. Sweet.
Okay, I haven't looked up much since I'm playing fucking Necrons and Battle Sector. I haven't looked up their lore. Why are they so pissy?
Basically, well, okay.
They have immortal life, right?
No, it's worse than that. They basically were screwed on a deal. They were first they tried to go to the old ones to get immortal life. The old ones said, no, that's not how this works. You don't rate that kind of thing. So they got mad, made a deal with the Catan to help them fight them and become immortal. But immortal, they did not know, unless this has been retconned and changed, they did not know that was going to cost them their literal, flesh and everything else, because they weren't
literal mortality.
Yeah, they weren't robots. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so that's why
they were people and beings.
And so what's actually happened now too is that, especially the dynasty leaders, even though they warred with themselves and stuff all the fucking time. They're still leaders per se, but they're leaders of essentially mindless, drones, because all of the actual people are no longer, people in soul, body, mind, anything. The only ones that were allowed to keep any semblance of that were the nobles, so to speak, and only, to certain degrees based on what level they were. If that makes sense. And that part...
So they were basically turned...
Well, and that part was actually new stuff from Matt Ward. That wasn't how it used to be. It used to be everybody was just fucking, mindless and killer robot.
Including Trazen and everybody else, yeah.
Well, Trazen didn't exist, but yeah.
Well, I know how you feel about the kind of talking, thinking Necrons.
Well, it's fucking dumb, and they sound dumb.
Yes.
I mean, come on. I mean, that... Dude, don't get me wrong. That Pariah Nexus video we watched, it's badass. It's got a fucking salamander. That's all we need. We don't need any other fucking Marines. So anyway, moving on from that. No, I mean, but listen.
There.
Yeah, right. But listen to the fucking way the fucking Necron Lord talks. It's just fucking stupid. I mean.
Sound all retarded and shit.
Well, and then he's talking to that Death Mark like, I only woke you up to make this happen, and you didn't fucking do it. Okay, if you didn't wake him up and at least try to get something done, they were coming for you, retard. But, I sometimes I wonder if these writers really can, if they have the ability to think, and I think I'm correct in saying they don't.
I'm like, this is why they're getting replaced by AI.
Well, like I said, even in, whatchamacallit, I think it was Avenging Sun. Trazen is like having this long-winded philosophical discussion.
Right.
I said, really? With fucking Call.
And Call should have shot his ass.
Well, that was just it. I think Call thought about it and realized that he'd probably get his ass kicked.
I don't know that he would have, to be honest with you. But
I think that particular... Because there was also Chaos, and they were keeping most of his Skitarii tied down.
True.
So.
Chaos.
Well, I guess something has changed now, too. Everything's been retconned with Chaos and Necrons. That Slanesh is, all the gods were at the same, formed at the same time now. And
What the fuck? What?
Yeah.
That's new. I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, I haven't heard that one.
Yeah, it's
That's new.
I guess it's spread out in all the books, the new Horus Heresy books and shit.
What the
and
fuck?
basically, how does it go? I don't know this verbatim, so you'll have to forgive me.
It's not. Oh my god.
Essentially, because the warp does not have a time.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. So, the Emperor is the reason that the Necrons developed their cancer, as people are calling it now. Even though he did, he had nothing. Well, I mean, that's the way the lore is now. That's the way Dan Abnett has written it. Whatever was going on, somehow, because, the warp and chaos and blah, 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 all this stuff doesn't really matter as far as time is concerned. It's not really a factor. Whatever happened during the Horus Heresy and the changes that happened with the Emperor somehow reached bridged the gap between time and space. 60 million years or 90 million years, even that's in dispute now, prior to the Horus Heresy, and caused the war in heaven. I don't fully know the whole thing, but I
reject that lore and substitute the old stuff. That's bullshit.
No, I got you. My understanding is
it was supposed to be a repercussion through time and space that, because it was such a monumental shift in everything, that it had repercussions through the past and even into the future.
Correct. I think Major Kill did a video on it too. I haven't watched it, but
if I could just fucking stand Major Kill.
Yeah. I think he does that shit just for fucking views, and he's good at it. I mean, because he's had a couple videos I watched that were pretty good, and they were correct all the way through. I'm waiting for Baltimore though to put something out.
Yeah. Now I've heard that lore isn't 100% set in stone. Maybe, maybe not. You know, I've heard yes, I've heard no.
I don't know. It's been around for years apparently. We just didn't really know about it because nobody was reading the books.
Yeah. And
Yeah, totally.
And I'm like, okay, what book is it in? I haven't heard.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to finding out what book it is. Because I want to read that fuckery. Talk about wolf fuckery.
Yep. Yeah, I have no clue. Can't help you there. Okay. This dude's got a badass backpack already, right? Can I see that?
Yeah.
Why would I want to put that on each side of it?
With wings?
Yeah, it's going to completely cover up the spikes and everything else.
Maybe there's a way that you can finagle fuck it to where it's not covering up the spikes.
No, I'm looking at the instructions, and that's exactly what it shows. I mean, I could leave them off, which I'm kind of tempted to do. I don't like them at all. I mean, this is a badass fucking backpack.
See, and that's what worries me every time I hear them doing retcons like this. And it's like, okay, if they pull it off.
I'm going to be honest with you, I don't even know what the word retcon means. I always mean to look it up, and I never do. I just know that it means they changed something.
It means they're fucking loose shit.
But I mean, what does it stand for? Like, what is retcon?
Like the official definition?
Yeah, well, I mean, what is retcon's obviously a acronym for something, I would think. Come on, Severus, you're the smartest person in here.
Shit, that's a stretch.
You got the degree.
It means recontextualize.
Okay.
Wow, that's good. It's recontextualize.
Yeah, I would have never figured that out.
So it just occurred to me because I didn't look it up once myself before. But yeah, it's recontextualizing something, which is a fancy way of saying.
We rewrote everything. Fuck
yeah,
you.
We rewrote everything. And it makes me think, okay, they're gonna retcon, for example, this. The space cancer and the war to heaven and all this
Space
other
cancer.
stuff. And they're gonna say, okay, we got away with that. What can we get away with?
Female space marines.
Yes. I
Yeah.
wonder if that's not their ultimate goal, to see how far can they push the fuckery.
Yep. Mark my words, it's coming.
I know it is.
They're gonna end up just like Disney, although Disney did come out today, I guess, and said woke is hurting them. They used those terms too. Woke is hurting us. So.
Oh, they finally admitted it.
Well, it's because all that fucking BlackRock money dried up.
Well, on top of that, I think that they have already admitted it before, and that's the problem. They brought in the old CEO, so I'm going to change it. We're not going to do this crap. And what did they do? First movie.
Crap.
Yep. What they're counting on is the sheep, all of us. Not paying attention. Oh, okay, they're gonna put it back to normal. All right, go back to sleep now.
Well, they also were getting a lot of investor money from, outside investment instead of stock options.
Right.
They're getting investor money, but it's dried up. It's like,
Whose fault is that?
well, I mean, the dried up investing money is directly related to.
Rhino and Hare are.
They can't, basically they can't afford this shit anymore. So.
Yep,
because
it's their fault.
BlackRock will invest, but eventually BlackRock has gotten to the point of, we don't have any more money. What do you mean you don't have any more money? Just what I just fucking said. We don't have any more money. Because they treat it like a bottomless funnel. They can just, we can just keep dipping into this money. Oh, well, we lost $100 million. Well, we'll get more because our ESG score is high enough, and blah, blah, blah. And then they realize that eventually people are going, you know what? I poured, $10 billion into this shithole. Later, bitches.
Yep. pretty much.
And their single biggest source of money, which was not Hollywood, is also drying up. Theme parks.
Yeah. Well, nobody's got the money to go.
Well, it's not just that. My wife and I pay attention. We actually used to have passes.
Hold on, you pay attention to stuff? Heh.
Every now and then. When it's in my backyard.
Heh.
I mean, Disney's less than 2 hours away. So.
When you're the wrong packages show up and your models are still missing.
Fuck yeah. I pay attention to that. But, you know, we used to have passes to Disney. And, because we like going and seeing all the goofy shit. You know,
watch people shit in the line. Literally.
Yeah, never saw that thing.
That's happening now, though. Have you read about it?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Wait, what's happening?
People that don't want to get out of line, so they just take a shit or, use the bathroom in the line.
What the fuck?
Oh, yeah. It's a thing.
It's that new America, you know?
You voted for it, A-Lift.
Bullshit.
Tit.
Yeah, you did. Strike me as a Bible.
I didn't vote for shit.
Well, then you did vote for it.
Exactly. Well, the answer to this backpack thing has been solved. No, you cannot leave them off. If you do, then you have a gap where the orbs, the vent orbs or whatever, connect to the power bank. So you have to put them on, or it looks really dumb. Very well then. Fuck. I'll probably forget about it sometime. Alright, what do we got left? Iron halo and a head. Does he use an iron halo with the hoods though? Yes he does, okay. But he doesn't use it with the... And we only have one iron halo. Of course we only have one.
It doesn't attach to the
Oh, that's
armor.
nice.
Yeah, it attaches to the backpack. What'd you say?
Just ignore me. I killed one of the scout bosses, and I didn't even mean to.
But yeah,
So,
what I was saying is we used to be able to get a pass to Disney for fairly cheap, actually, overall. And you could do, payments every month, and it was like, I don't know, $35 for two of us a month, payments. And you could go anytime you wanted. It started going up and up. Pretty soon it was like, well, if you got to pay $250 a month for two people to go there. And oh, by the way, you can't park anywhere near the park, and you can't get in on these days, and you can't get fast pass or anything like that. It was like,
I'm out.
bye.
Yeah, I think the average right now is $200, like normal, per person to go, and that's
For a day.
Yeah, for a day, and that's just one park, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah. Even Universal,
Shit, I
which
put
was our
this
other
on
major
backwards.
place, got completely out of control in cost.
Universal's crazy too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'll have to,
But-
when my wife's not busy sometime, I have to have you tell her what happened to us at Universal. I took her, to that area for, oh god, this is not going to work, dude, because it leans forward to put the wings on.
Pipe's dead.
I may have to shave this off or something, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I did. We spent a week at Disney, Epcot, all that stuff, as a kind of like some of our first dates or whatever. Universal, all that stuff. I know I'm gonna regret this. I better pull that off for now. Let's look at this helmet and see if we can even pull it off. I'm afraid to have that commit. I mean, it may not be an issue. I don't know. We'll find out here in a minute.
Come on, Bird Eye, come here.
Is it any wonder why the non-Chaos Primarchs are so small in comparison to their counterparts?
Not a clue.
Well, I know why, you know, Chaos does that to you. But
$200 per ticket, 2 parks, 1 day.
Jesus, for Universal?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
Oh, it's horrible.
So by the time you park, you're looking at, and get a snack, you're looking at well over $500.
Get a snack. You don't rate a snack.
I mean, my wife and I, we used to pack a fucking lunch, go back out to the car.
That's how it was back in the day. Okay, so it looks like you can put the head on there. It's just a little snug. Hold on. Maybe not. Yeah, you can do it. Alright, cool. So that's going to stay on there for now. And then we will get the hood with the mask that I want. I'm not real big on Space Marines not having helmets. I think it's dumb.
I mean, I know why they do it for aesthetic reasons, but practical reasons, it's pretty dumb.
It is. No one can hit me in the head. Vindicare Assassin says what?
I just like that short comic where it's like this Imperial Fist rallying a bunch of guardsmen. And he's like, we're gonna stand and fight him, and he's helmetless, and then the drop pod opens up and it's a fucking Iron Warrior. All those guys have like, you know, the shields and the fucking
Yep.
you know, all their war gear on, and he's just like, no helmet, lol. And then he just snipes him with a fucking bolt pistol shell.
It reminds me of the
There we go, guys.
there you go. Civil War general. Supposedly his famous last words are, "Don't worry about that, men. They couldn't hit an elephant from this
Oh
range."
yeah.
No, his last word was range.
Alright, I will be right back. Gotta switch some dogs.
Fucking Badger's ancestor was like, "I got you now, Yankee bastard."
My ancestors were over in Europe.
Nice.
Killing each other.
That's the proper way.
Alright, I just killed Bird Eye. All 3 of the groups are
Stop.
Timber.
I literally have no idea who you're talking about.
It's the Scout Boss in Tarkov. It's basically fucking SEAL Team 6 dudes that joined USEC, and then when everything went to shit, they formed their own fucking like rogue faction.
Okay, those are words. Yeah. I know those. I know some of them.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I played Tarkov.
So yeah, no, I just killed Pipe, Bird Eye, and Knight. Knight had a fucking Santa beard on for some stupid reason.
Yeah, those are words.
Fucking scabs piss off. Hey, you rat, get away from those bodies, those are mine.
Bailey's sleeping. I'll take care of her later. You guys there?
Yep.
Would you guys be interested in listening to this major kill thing?
Yeah, the lore thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see if I can find it. Since we're all bitching about retcon stuff. Whatever the hell it is.
Goddamn kids and fucking retcons.
Damn it.
Let's see. Here we go. Yeah, massively retcon, but nobody noticed.
Well, just fucking...
G'day guys and gal, I hope you're holding on to something because this video is going to rock you to the core. GW in recent times have done an absolutely massive retcon to the setting of Warhammer 40K, changing the very foundations of the lore itself, and the kicker is that no one even noticed. I didn't even notice till recently because it's basically just sprinkled into a bunch of random books that no one has actually read. Basically, the origins of the Eldar, Necrons, and Chaos have all been dramatically changed, with the nature of the war in heaven being heavily different now. It basically puts Chaos as the big bad guys of the setting at day one, and makes Slaanesh a thing since day one, despite being created by the Eldar in recent-ish times. Basically, the retcon has made shit more confusing, kind of ruined the Necrons a bit, and just makes me eye roll a bit that Chaos keeps getting propped up as the main antagonist of the setting when they're about as bland and flat as... It's the first 3 minutes of the video, so I can't finish that sentence, but I love how it react to the comment that finishes it and makes me laugh the most. Before we get started, we've come to the end of the latest Major Kill Boss drop. The drop will be live for a few more days over the weekend, and then we'll be... The War in Heaven was originally the first big thing that happened in 40k. I've spoken about it in great detail on this channel. The Necron tier met the Old Ones told them to fuck off when the Necron tier asked to become immortal, so in their spite, the Necron tier sold their souls and flesh to the Catan to be remade as the Necrons, thus kicking off a massive galaxy-spanning war that saw the Catan split into shards, the Necrons put to sleep, the Old Ones destroyed, and the Eldar rising to the top of the food chain. But now that's not really what happened, but it kinda is, but it isn't. It's fucking annoying. The newish retcon, and I say newish because it's actually been around for a few years but no one has really picked up on it, like it's news to me, is that 1 billion years or so before the War in Heaven, the Old Ones were battling Chaos as their arch nemesis, and even teamed up with the Necron tier to combat them. In the retcon, the Elder were not made as the Old One's successors or as weapons against Necrons, but as weapons against Chaos. They were designed to be Chaos resistant, which is why even the Dark Elder, the most depraved drug-fueled rapists ever, don't even worship Slaanesh. First up, like, what? The Necron Empire is like billions of years old, the Elder are over 1 billion years old? Not a whole lot to show for it. 1 billion years of galactic dominance should see every single planet in the galaxy under your control. Also, how the fuck did the Old Ones, the Elder at their peak, and the Necron tier struggle against Chaos when the Imperium has been doing a pretty solid job of it for the last 10,000 years? Who was even feeding Chaos at the time? They didn't seem to have massive races of sentient beings worshipping and empowering them. Also, how the fuck does Slaanesh exist and wage war against the Old Ones and their allies 1 billion years ago, but then get birthed in the 31st millennium and eat the Elder gods then? Like, wouldn't they have already fought against her? I'll try to answer these questions and more during this video. To combat Chaos, the Old Ones and Necron tier built massive planet-sized prisons that they basically used to trap and permanently contain the hordes of hell. The idea being that as demons are shards of their respective Chaos gods, if you throw an army of demons in prison, you are imprisoning a shard of that Chaos god and permanently weakening it. If they were to then destroy those hordes, those demons would then go back into the warp and reform. Thus, Chaos doesn't actually make a net loss. I would have thought that the Old Ones would have figured out a way to permakill demons, since there is a bunch of shit that can do it in the current setting, most notably a lot of psychic energy, you know, the thing that makes the Old Ones literal gods, the thing that the Elder use. But that's just one of the many plot holes that have now arisen from this stupid-ass retcon. After a metric fuckton of years of war, it seems as if enough demons were in prison for Chaos to back off. Fast forward 1 billion years or so to the War in Heaven, where it now seems as if the Necron tier, instead of meeting the Old Ones and getting upset that the Old Ones wouldn't give them extended lifespans, just grew too ambitious or something, potentially wanting to claim the Old Ones' territory for themselves. I mean, the original motives of the Silent King wanting to unite his people against a common enemy as a way to end their infighting is probably still legit, but now there's this other layer to things. Thus, the two sides fought, and then the lore goes back to how it was in canon, with the Necron tier getting smashed and then accepting the Catan's bargain to become the Necrons, thus kicking off the War in Heaven as we know it. However, Chaos felt left out, so instead of the Catan gaining the upper hand and then turning on themselves and then getting betrayed by the Necrons, whilst the Enslaver plague came to turbo fuck the Old Ones and the Elder, Chaos and a shitload of demons randomly also got involved, which once again confuses the hell out of me. How the fuck did the Elder rise to become the dominant force in the galaxy after technically losing the War in Heaven, then getting pushed back to their last strongholds, then getting attacked by the Enslavers who were super powerful against Psykers, and now we're throwing in Chaos? I'm just so confused, like, step 1, hectic war, we are losing bad. Step 2, question mark. Step 3, total control of the galaxy. The War in Heaven was already confusing enough, and now it's just like, my brain. To play a bit of fairness, the new lore does state that Chaos got involved in the War in Heaven not just randomly, but because the rampage at the Catan destroyed a bunch of the demon cages, giving Chaos enough power to re-enter the setting. Which is a cool lore tidbit, as it still allows some blame for Chaos's existence to be put upon the War in Heaven, but it's a shining gem of lore in an ocean of shit. Now, I'm all for updated lore and retcons when you need to do it. After all, the original War in Heaven lore was like 15 years old, but it was also pretty bloody good, and I was okay with being mildly confused by it because they really made it feel like an ancient tale of myth and legend. The story's getting twisted over the millennia, but still sounding great. The Necrons' arrogance in the current setting also makes sense, as they technically won the War in Heaven, and then even overthrew their own gods. Chaos was just this upstart faction of warp creatures brought about them by the lesser races tinkering in things they didn't understand. Chaos was an inconvenience to the Necrons, not a genuine threat, because the War in Heaven made Chaos look like a bitch. But now you'd think the Necrons would be like, holy fuck, our old enemy from billions of years ago is back. This is bad. Chaos was so much better when it was caused by the misuse of the warp by psychic races. The War in Heaven was a fantastic origin story for Chaos. Countless sextillions of deaths in a galaxy-spanning war, turning the Sea of Souls from an afterlife and place of reincarnation to this hateful realm of darkness. Part of Chaos being compelling is the fact that it is actually beatable, but due to the hatred and mistrust of all the factions against each other, Chaos thrives. But now they are this day one cosmic force that is 100% unbeatable. It doesn't make them a better villain, it just makes them more wanky. From what I can tell, this whole retcon came about because GW wanted to create these demon cages as a plot point, something to create stakes, but then they just took it too far by saying that it was 1 billion years old and that Chaos is super epic and powerful. As for why Slaanesh was around billions of years ago despite getting born only like 10,000 years ago in the setting, is because GW are annoying and are overcomplicating things for no reason. But the in-law reason is that because the warp is timeless, everything that will ever happen has already happened. Hence Slaanesh getting born 10,000 years ago means she is also allowed to exist at the dawn of time as well. Yes, this also creates a metric fuckload of plot holes and other lore issues, as well as kind of making everything preordained, unchained, which is something I hate in fictional universes. It also clashes a lot with the lore, as Warhammer has made it clear that the future is never set, that acts of incredible will can shatter the predicted future and shake things up. Gilliman's resurrection, for example, but this directly contradicts with a timeless warp. I'm probably just salty because shit like this makes my job a lot harder. For those that are confused as to how I know that Slaanesh was around during the dawn of the setting, it's because some of those big-ass demon cages built a billion years ago contained Slaaneshi demons, so there you go. All of this basically says that the warp has been an absolute shithole full of demons and chaos from day one. It doesn't mean chaos controls the whole warp. After all, the Elder gods used to control a big chunk of it, which allowed the Elder to reincarnate, whilst the Old Ones were able to access enough of the warp to build the webway. However, the webway was built originally because the warp is a dangerous shithole. I think I'm just exacerbated because this retcon straight up contrasts with other established lore. I thought this kind of plot-holy stuff for the sake of creating stakes was behind us. I'm not really sure what GW will do with this next, if they have realised that this retcon was dumb, which is potentially the case since it doesn't really get brought up anymore, with the books that referenced it coming out in 2016 and 2018. Or maybe they will double down on it and start retconning more and more stuff, but I really hope they don't. I'm kinda sad I stumbled on the truth, so I'm bringing you guys down with me. In saying that, if you genuinely did enjoy this retcon, let me know in the comments below. Maybe I'm just jaded and salty because my War in Heaven videos are now outdated and technically misinformation. If you enjoyed the video and you want to support the channel and pick up the Major Kill merch, I won't be talking about this drop again, it's now or never. Hit the subscribe button and hit the real subscribe button for more retcon content. Join the Discord for more memes and I'll see you on the next one.
Go.
Peace.
Get your ass in here.
So I'm
Get in here. Let's go. Anyway, I missed some stuff because I had to take a dog out, but what'd you guys think?
Yeah, it's fun.
Didn't even know that. Yeah, it's fucked.
I mean, what did you glean from it? Because like I said, I probably missed the meat and potatoes of it. I got the fucking Cobb salad.
The retcon's fucking stupid, basically.
Yeah.
So, am I correct that they've basically changed Necrons completely again?
Yeah, but it was back in 2018 and they don't bring it up anymore. And 2016 respectively.
Oh, I guess I don't understand. Well, that sucks.
That lore sounds stupid.
Did they say...
Just,
Go ahead, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, it sounds like GW is trying to get all edgy with the eternal and the timelessness of the warp, and, you know, they're trying to get all fucking deep think on this show. Instead of just leaving shit the fuck alone. You know, it's a... I think a lot of authors feel they have to always be dicking with shit. They can't just leave shit alone. You know what I mean? Like, he even said, well, the lore's 15 years old. So, it doesn't mean it's wrong or bad. And that doesn't mean it needs to be changed.
Right.
And it's literally this, well, we're going to make, you know, it's like the multiverse thing. Suddenly everybody had a multiverse.
Oh, yeah.
Just confused as shit. There's nothing wrong with the static timeline. And again, when you change stuff like this, to what benefit is it? Who is it helping? You know, what does this do to the story? Who does this help? How does this change affect the overall arc of your entire lore system? As far as I can tell, it doesn't help anybody. Oh, well, it happened a billion years ago instead of 65. But does that really matter when the only races that were alive 65 million years ago that are still around is the Necrons?
Somebody said, as a Necron player, I just pretend this never happened.
Yeah.
Basically.
This guy says, I mean, this retcon is 5 years old, and it wasn't mentioned since then, not in codexes or anything, so I don't think it was actually retconned. It was just mentioned in a single book. Says it was just mentioned in a single book, the part with allying with Necrons, and one campaign book with old ones versus Chaos. For me, it's an idea of a single story writer, but even GW ignores it. We'll see in the new Necron Codex that comes out soon. That was 2 weeks ago when he said this.
I mean, literally, it's like there's a pile of dog shit in the middle of the floor. Shh, just
well, somebody said Major Kill's just chasing the Reddit train recently and spreading misinformation. Numerous sources retcon the supposed retcon, including GW themselves. So maybe it's not.
Yeah, I think they saw it and went, what?
Wait, what the fuck is this fake news?
Yeah, like one of their... Well, and that's... That, to me, okay,
oh,
number
here's
one...
here's a book reference. Hold on.
Okay.
Guy says Angel's Blade book and Rise of the Ynnari Wild Rider. Those are the two books that this apparently happened.
See, to me, Major Kill's entire shtick is annoying.
Yeah.
It's like, can you just deliver the information without saying metric fuck ton a dozen times?
Right.
Please.
Like, sir, please, just give news.
Yeah, get to the fucking story. Well, I'm going to say metric fuck ton because I learned a new phrase, so I'm going to say it 20,000 fucking times in one video.
Dude, honestly. Say, mate, it's like, Morty, shut the fuck up.
But I did wonder
my
if it was...
gun to make it a real gun, Morty.
Yeah.
I did always wonder when I first heard about this. I'm like, okay. And my first thought, literally, when I heard this new lore, was this sounds like some Reddit level shit right here. This sounds like some Redditards. You know, like, actually.
I don't know how I could. I mean, I don't want it to be real, of course. I mean, I don't want the current crap to be real either. I want to go back to my 3rd edition Necrons. That's fucking. They were scary. They were, you know.
Yeah. Ominous.
Yeah, ominous.
Like,
That's the word.
They imparted dread because they're just like this unknowable evil.
Yeah.
And they could
Unknowable,
be anywhere.
unkillable evil.
And and now we have to know them and their address and their, you know, what they like to eat and.
I say, would you like to be parts of my collection?
Yeah, that's just dumb.
Fuck you, Trazen. Fight me, see what happens. 3 things, I hit you, you hit the pavement, ambulance hits fucking 60. You merely encountered the warp. I was born into it.
Yeah.
No, goodbye. I had not seen real space until I was but a man. Fucking stupid.
Not everything has to have a fucking personality.
Not everything needs a fucking
After all, Ultramarines exist.
True.
I hit the Sicarius.
I have a void grenade shoved up my asshole.
Hi, Kanto Chitarius.
I've got his omnibus, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to read every book I have, 40K, and it's like, not that.
Even the dreaded cringe.
Dude, probably the best Chaos book I've ever read is Iron Storm, the Iron Warriors.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's
Storm of Iron.
Storm of Iron. That's it. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites. That's the first Warhammer book I read.
Dude, this. Oh my god, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
I have.
It's fucking brutal. I love it.
Yeah, I have the original copy, and then I have 2 of the newer copies.
Did they change anything? I only have the original.
No, just the cover.
Okay.
But I mean, it. You know, I collector and all that stuff. You know. I mean, the Iron Warriors. So they're probably my favorite. You know, Chaos or Renegade Army, whatever we want to call them.
Yeah.
It's just how it is, and I think it's because they're not all, as C-Dat said, warp fuckery, you know.
Yeah. Oh, they're very much of the like, we're gonna use the warp as a weapon.
Yeah.
Like get these fucking mobile angry batteries into the fucking demon engine.
Yeah.
Like, as they refer to fucking demons that they summon.
Yeah, they're gonna use it until it becomes a problem, and then fuck it. But they use Hellbrutes a lot.
Yeah. Them and like Forge Fiends and shit.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I just really like them a lot. And I mean, the next after that would probably be Alpha Legion. Well, I do love Death Guard, but I really love Death Guard.
Alpha Legion is my favorite loyalist chapter.
But are they really loyalist?
Nobody knows.
Exactly. Now that book, if you ever get it, see that Storm of Iron is dude, you'll love it.
Let me see if I have.
Like
A lot of times they book, you know, they cram stuff together in omnibuses. So
I'm telling you, no, it's its own book probably. Well, yeah, it should be its own book. It's not a short story by any means.
Well, they've been putting full-length novels. This,
Oh,
Iron
okay.
Legion, you said?
Storm of Iron.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's who it's about.
Iron Warriors.
Iron Warriors, yeah.
Iron Warriors. Okay.
I can tell you right now, whatever book you're reading, if you stopped and picked this one up and read it, you would not be upset.
Okay, first book, Storm of Iron.
Yep, it's fucking badass.
So, it's in my Iron Warriors omnibus. So,
Oh, there you have it.
yeah, very first book. A little map at the beginning.
Yep, it's fucking badass. I'm glad Severus likes it too, because I'm telling you, it's one of those that you'll never forget reading. You may even be like, you know what? I need a fucking Iron Warriors army. And I think that was, if I'm not mistaken, that was back before we even had a Forge Fiend model.
Yep. I don't think there's any Forge Fiends mentioned in that book, but it's big scale. It's like
Yeah, there was no Hellbrutes either.
and shit.
Yeah. Well, dude, the way they treated their fucking human lackeys.
Yeah, they're
With the-
auxiliaries.
Yeah, with the trench stuff and everything.
Yeah, and the prisoners that they took. Oh yeah, it's brutal. Love it.
That whatever that was, it Iron Will, that video, is that what it's called, or Will of Iron? That was on Warhammer Plus.
Oh, I don't know.
When the
Iron Within?
Iron Within, that's it. Yeah, when the guard thought.
Yeah, they thought they were... Well, they were summoning. They just didn't summon who they thought they were going to summon.
Thank
Oh,
you,
yeah,
man.
I saw part
Thank
of
you.
that. Yeah, they're fighting the Drukhari.
Yeah,
They call for backup, and the fucking Iron Warriors show up.
yeah.
I mean, they used to give up their people, so it was like, well, how old was that book? 12,000 years. 12,000 years. Ah, shit.
I will say this: I wish Games Workshop would have done better with that other one where the Gene Stealer cults were trying to escape.
Oh, the with the baby.
Yeah, that was, dude. I knew those were Gene Stealer cults as soon as the first time I saw that family. I was like, nope.
They got me going. They
I'm
got
like,
me because I don't
did they?
know enough of the war. So I
Oh,
was like-
okay, yeah, I could see that.
and then I was like, oh shit, that's right. Fuck. I'm like, ah, you bastards.
What was good was that they portrayed the Gene Stealer cultists as more than just, you know, miners and that kind of shit. They were, you know, there was actual, I mean, you know, people in higher
Prominent
levels.
people in it.
What's that?
There was actual prominent figures. in
Yes,
it, which is what would really happen.
correct.
Especially
Absolutely.
because we all know how fucking corrupting Tyranids are.
Absolutely.
I'm kind of looking forward to that new. Well, it's not really new, but the book that's a Gene Stealer book. It's kind of from their point of view.
What's it called?
Hang on.
Closest I've ever come to something like that was that Calidus assassin infiltrated that Gene Stealer cult and killed the Broodlord.
Damn, that's badass.
She didn't make it out though. But I mean,
You got the motherfucker though.
yeah. Well, and her polymorphing thing, you know, they can only polymorph to one thing other than themselves, and so she had to polymorph as a Gene Stealer. so it was like crazy.
Let's see. Position.
It's like, oh, you had to pick the thing that you shouldn't have probably more.
Day of Ascension.
Day of Ascension? Okay.
Yeah.
No, that was the mission. She had it. It was the only way to get in.
But yeah, Day of Ascension is basically from the point of view of the Gene Stealer cult.
Interesting.
And how they kind of, how they kind of infiltrate and take over.
Did you ever get a chance to read that short story, Deathwing?
No, I need to. I hate starting a story if I'm in the middle of another book. So as soon as I finish the book I'm on, I'll jump over to that one.
That's a really good short story.
My wife's like, how many books do you have?
Not enough.
Never enough. Well, I think if I count omnibuses, if I break them down by individual novels, I am at 295.
Like physical copies?
Oh, no.
That's good.
I don't have the room for that.
I was going to say, that's good.
And I know a lot of people kind of bag on Kindle, but fuck, it is so nice having everything in one spot.
Right.
So, oh, I got a question about that. Well, how can I read it? Well, it's very easy. I just open the book.
Yeah, I need to break out my Kindle Paperwhite again, see if I can update or something. It's old. I got it back when I was contracting back in 2013.
They tend to slow down. If you've got a tablet, you'd probably be better off going with the Kindle app. If you've got a fairly decent tablet, you're going to get better results off of that. Paperwhites just don't impress me anymore. Not now that the app actually works better.
I like the way that it looked. Like I could read it. It was better than staring at a screen, you know.
Yeah, that is the only upside is you don't get eye strain from staring at it.
And I had enough problems over there, my eyes being dry and shit from the fucking desert.
The only downside is if you have a series of books, like, I don't know, let's just say you've got 10 books in a series, or the Dawn of Fire series. It won't let you move them around to put them in order.
The app or
like the Paperwhite.
Oh.
The app will let you move them around and put them in order. So, for example, like Dawn of Fire, there's 6 books. If you don't know the proper order, you got to look it up every time you go to the next book.
What's that series about anyway?
It's kind of like a cheap and dirty 8th edition run up towards 10th edition.
Is it Sisters?
It's a little bit of everything, mostly Space Marines. The first one's basically Gulliman starting off the Indominus Crusade. Then it jumps to Sisters of Silence and fucking Custodes and how they learn to work together again. The Wolf Time is garbage. It's literally a filler book. It serves no purpose. And then Throne of Light is the return of the Imperial Fist to Terra.
What the hell?
No idea.
Sorry about the music, that's the wife. Babe, lower it.
Karaoke?
No, she's watching fucking It's Always Sunny.
I don't know
She's
what that
watching
is.
Cringe. She's watching Cringe. Get her, boys.
I don't know what that is.
Currently, I'm working through my 10th edition catch-up. It basically starts with near the end of 8th edition. And it's a series of books from different book series, all grouped together. That if you read through them in a particular order, it will give you a fast 2.5 editions worth of lore in about about 20 books. But it starts with the Fall of Cadia, goes through all of the Dawn of Fire novels, the Dark Imperiums, Belisarius Call, Devastation of Baal, The Lion, and ends with June Father, which is one of the newer books. Which is literally Call meets Fabius Bile.
Yeah, I heard some chatter on Twitter. People were saying there was something in there about female Space Marines. And maybe
They mentioned that they might have tried to do them, and they were a complete and utter failure. They latched on to the might possibly could have tried them as, oh my god, it would work. Because they're fucking retards.
that sounds about right.
I still haven't had one answer my question. Whenever I ask them, why do you want them for a reason other than politics? And I usually get swore at.
How dare you?
Fuck you, bigot.
Yeah.
That's not really an answer, but okay. Don't you think it's right? It doesn't matter what I think. I'm asking you to explain it without politics.
Representation.
That's political.
Yep. I don't think they have the ability to do it.
Oh, I know they do.
Oh, I
because
know,
they
it works.
literally cannot distinguish politics from non-politics. That's why they usually resort to getting angry.
I have to tell you, to be honest with you guys, about something. I don't know why, but I wasn't excited about putting this model together, and I don't know why. I really don't. Anybody got a reason for that?
What, for the lion?
Yeah.
Maybe
For
it's not
some
dark.
reason, all I see
don't know.
is I don't see you assembling anymore. I think it's still locked on your screen from the video.
What?
When I look at your Twitch stream, I
Uh,
refresh the screen, and all I see is
Oh shit.
yeah, it's that static picture.
Let me see. Yeah, it's a static picture.
What the hell, over? Because it's working on my phone. Let me check my.
Yeah, it's on an overlay for some reason. Just put the overlay up and put it back.
Oh, I
and
know
turn
what
it back
happened. I know what happened.
The video.
No, it's. I think I accidentally clicked something, bumped into my mouse or something like that. Hold on.
That's what I'm saying. I think you turned your overlay on where you didn't mean to. Nice. What's up? I just called in my first airdrop.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, let's see what I get.
Yeah, yeah. Gonna get got.
You get nothing and fucking like it.
Well, let me,
Oh, it's food.
you know what? It might be because my phone is at 13%. Let me see if I can do this again. Alright, should be up
There we
and
go.
running.
Yep, now we got.
So I didn't glue him in, obviously, so I can pull him out and paint the base. But this is him. And I mean, I love the dark. They're the Watchers in the dark. They
Oh, Watchers, yeah. Oh, look at mine.
Jawas.
It looks so good.
Fucking Jawas.
basically. Hopefully we never learn anything about them either. But
What about the Watchers?
yeah. So we got
I hope not either.
we got Dante. I mean, they're supposed to be mysterious for a fucking reason. Let me see.
Should tell them they're female. Yeah, those are female though.
Alright, so looks like to me when I finally do glue this down, this Watcher over here has to come forward. That's what it looks like. And I don't understand why the Lion has that sword and not the one Cypher carries around. I don't get it.
Well, he hasn't linked back up with Cypher yet.
Well, I get that, but
The whole thing of Luther reassembling the Fallen.
I mean, he should be able to just, you know, what do they call it? Forest walk?
Yeah, he should.
Do whatever.
Walk, Forrest.
Run, Forest, run.
Run, the Forest, run. I was running.
I was running.
My first marriage was like Jenny and Forrest. I was a retard and she was a whore.
Okay, Jenny.
God damn. Well, I mean, that's some progress. Three models.
Baby.
Yeah.
I mean, he took the longest, obviously. These other two I flew right through.
We're gonna pay him.
When am I going to paint them?
Pay him.
And then we got this stuff to worry about. Death Leaper. The new Farsight model. Well, I say new. I mean, he's new to me. But it's the newer one. And then this bad boy. He's gonna take some time, I think, maybe.
Yeah, it looks like it was gonna be a bitch.
I don't think it'll be. I think it'll be pretty easy, actually. I just think it's gonna be a lot of stuff to clean up. And then I got 4 Chaos Rhinos over here. Really, let's see. After that, then I got to put all the Gene Stealers together from Space Hulk, all the Terminators, and I feel like that might be it for 40K. Other than Space Marines. Oh no, I got 15 Imperial Knights and fucking 20-something drop pods to put together. I have 36 total drop pods I figured out. Well, with that, guys, I'm going to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Thanks, everybody, for watching the stream. And we will catch everybody next time.